Yeah, we should all be up and running. Neat. I have no idea if we've got anyone with us at the moment. It says 2.
2? It's probably me and you.
It's probably me and you. Yeah, I've got 0 watching here, but that's okay. Hi guys. Hey Chris. We have Chris Brown with us.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown?
The singer?
You should be very ashamed of yourself.
To call him a singer?
Yes,
To acknowledge his existence?
Exactly right. So now we'll move some stuff and have some fancy decor. Beautiful. That was my attempt. Can you hear us okay, Chris?
Nod if yes.
Nod if yes.
Shake head if no.
We've got Brendan as well. Hey Brendan.
Yo!
Is yours updating?
I will quit
Try again.
and try again on my little device so that we can see who's there. Seems to be.
Okay, so Chris can hear us and Brendan says ominous weapons. Yes, it works. The thing works. That was much more seamless than last time.
But this isn't working. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working on your phone. Have you got data on?
No, I'm using your Wi-Fi.
Oh, how weird. How are we all this evening? We doing good?
My phone's not on island time or anything anymore.
Am I on island time?
Accidentally scheduled it for 7:30 PM AEST.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain such... Ooh, why are we experiencing buffering?
So you get those little dents in from your glasses the same as me?
That's because I have a massive head.
Look at that. Mine are like way bigger.
Dent buddies.
Hey, massive head buds.
So Brendan's got his paints tray. Chris, good here, cranking out some Dragon Age after too long. Oh, Dragon Age.
That's a good time.
That is a good time. The first game? That was the first game.
It's an RPG game that lets you play as a dwarf, so I approve. Oh, that's my paint water.
Yeah, don't drink that.
This one.
You're drinking
Dan's
coffee.
gonna fudge everything for me.
Okay, well why don't we put some brown in there to start with?
Oh, see, this is just getting worse. Now I've got one person on my phone.
I think we just give up on that.
Yeah, we don't need it, do we?
We don't need to look at ourselves. We can just read this. Can I make this bigger? I don't know what I've done now. I think I've broken YouTube.
Are we still going? Oh, well that is full.
There's full screen. Oh, what have I done? Oh my god, this computer.
Restore chat. Ooh, this is confusing, isn't it?
There's a lot going on. How is the video looking, guys? Because I'm a bit worried that it's buffering weirdly.
Hey, Ryan joined. Yay!
Hey, Ryan.
Ryan is my flatmate and fellow award-winning painter.
Just because I've never won an paint award doesn't mean you have to rub it in.
You've won awards that count, like ones that mean that you're actually like a smart and good player.
Those days are gone now.
I just throw dice at the board and scream.
Those days have gone. I'm gonna go get some paints. You can entertain the crowds.
Okay. I think everyone needs to start off by pressing R on their keypad to encourage Ryan to paint his Lord of the Rings miniatures, because he's got some. He just needs to paint them. Video's lagging a little bit. I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna play with something, but I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna beep 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 boop boop bop bop beep boop 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 boop. Is it better? Tonight I am going to be painting these cool things. Mausoleum kit from Games Workshop, the awesome set of like graveyard bits, which we're going to use in our Mordheim campaign that we're running. I don't know if we'll be running that on the channel or if we'll be running that
Why does everyone say
by
R?
ourselves. Oh, because I told them to hit R so that encourage Ryan to paint his Lord of the Rings minis. Like
Nice.
Chris, you have to pay respects.
I like it. They need a Games Workshop.
Actually, before I
Totally
left, I got to give Ryan credit. Before I left, he was kitting out his are they Husharan?
Husharan.
Yeah, he had a couple of those on the table.
Oh,
so
the Watch the Arcana ones.
those ones.
Yep.
Yeah. He had those on the table. So
Heck yeah.
credit where credit's due. He is getting it done.
Right. So I can't tell how many people we have with us. We have 3
Three
currently.
watching.
I wish I could tell why this stream is not going so great.
Yeah, no, it's not like particularly informative, right? It's just like, yeah, it's not.
Can I change the delay? Sorry if the stream goes down for a second, guys. I'm just trying to fix something on here.
Stay with us.
Please die.
Don't go away. Also gotta like not like talk to my chest like this.
Yeah, you have to look up and paint. It's very difficult. You have to look up and paint and not hold the thing in front of your face. Like if I'm sitting there like this, it's not going to be a very good look.
Show that thing off though. How cool is that? When you're not fixing the stream.
Audio a little funny.
Is it imbalanced? Hello. Hello. My nose is so red.
It is a bit. Okay, it should be coming from there.
So you're using the mic?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going from that one. Resolution default.
Audio input capture. It is moving, so it's detecting my voice. That's good. Ooh.
I don't know what's happening now.
Ooh, lovely.
We've changed hue.
So what's Mordheim like? Honestly, don't know. Never played it. Just read the rules. Tom knows.
Mordheim is one of my favorite game systems that Games Workshop have ever produced. It's incredibly unbalanced, incredibly easy to break, but is hilariously fun. You need to be playing with the right people because it's a game that promotes narrative and having fun over competitive play.
It's a good little mix of like D&D and board gaming, you reckon?
Yeah, there's RPG elements and stuff like that, and you get really attached to your warband.
That's what it's all about, right?
Basically, yeah. I'm gonna do brown violet.
I'm just gonna drown this in non-oil.
Sounds like fun.
It will be, actually. Oh, slip, slop, slap, and dap.
So I'm painting this. I don't know if you guys can see that. If it's going to come up.
We're on
We are
heckin' delay.
in a heckin' delay at the moment. So this is the tavern that was sent to us by a friend of the channel, George Seeley, just kind of out of the blue, which is really lovely. So this will be our Prancing Pony, Prancing Georgie, I think we're going to call it.
Georgie.
Hey, yeah, Georgie.
Hey, yeah, Georgie.
So we're going to fix this up.
Why do we both do that so well?
It's real creepy. Well, we do the correct one as well, not that fancy new boy. We do our good old friend Tim.
Hey, yeah, Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie. Balloon. I'm gonna get my tile.
Oh, all the mixing tiles coming out.
This paper just ate my paint.
Yeah, it's a really, really amazing 3D print. So that sort of thing's going to be pretty clutch in making our new battle reports for the Shire campaign looking heckin' cinematic. Going to come in clutch. Yeah, what else we got to say about that Shire campaign, Tom? We're getting there, eh?
We're so close. We're just at that annoying stage now where it's finishing off everything that we've got.
Yeah, we need to paint.
We actually need to paint, which is why these little streams are really handy, because we actually get stuff done. But we're really looking forward to it. We've got some cool things for it, and I'm really... The one thing I'm really excited for is to see how the patron characters go.
I mean, how fast I can kill them.
How fast you can kill them.
Yep.
We've only had one nomination on the Hobbit side so far, and that's our friend Declan.
Oh, everybody wants to be a ruffian.
Everyone wants to be a ruffian. Declan opted to fight for the Hobbits.
Well, no, wait, I'm playing the Hobbits, aren't I?
You are playing the Hobbits?
Oh, so you're going to be the ones killing them.
Yeah, so I have to go after Declan, which feels a little mean, but, you know. he wants to fight for the little people, he has to fight for the little people.
And I don't think it's like that, Tom. I think what he wants is
To verse me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to play you.
He's going to get like...
He's going to channel... Well, I'm going to channel Declan through my dice rolls. And Declan's going to be playing off against you.
I've only played Declan once.
Oh, really? Where was that?
It was in the...
Was it his one?
No, it was in the in-store campaign.
Oh, right.
Which ran like at the end of last year, which is where I pretty much met everybody in the Wellington community.
Okay.
And it was the first game of the campaign, and I got a win.
Oof.
So, you know, 100%.
It's 'cause you're a power gamer.
I am a power gamer. I was playing...
Did you play Gondor?
No, I wasn't. I was probably one of the only people who wasn't playing Gondor in that campaign. No, I was playing Survivors of Lake Town.
Even more power gaming.
I didn't have any of the good troops at that point. I had Bard, and that was it.
Not even the kids?
No, I didn't have the kids at that point either.
The kids are broken.
Broken kids. How satisfying is the screen?
Oh, that is lovely. Put that on the camera, man. It's beautiful.
Oh, we've lost screen.
Live stream offline. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, and we're back. Video output.
I really wish I
low.
knew why it was saying that.
Yeah. No, it's not very good with its you know, like troubleshooting, eh?
Hmm.
It's just like, oh yeah, no, your video's not good. Oh, thank you, because we are doing a video, yes.
Let me just check. Nothing else is going on.
Dr. Tom. Doctor, he needs an operation. There's water on the knee.
Operation.
It's a whole bucket,
see?
Operation.
I'm the doctor for you.
How does it look? Good to me. Operation.
This stream brought to you by Operation. The current game.
Use the code FailChargeOperation to get 10% off your next Operation board game on our site.
Yeah, who would have thought Operation Battle Game? Operation Strategy Battle Game.
To be honest, I think I've felt more nerves playing Lord of the Rings than I have playing Operation,
So what you're saying
Operation
is
got
we need
nothing.
to suggest we add some electric shocks into Lord of the Rings for you. Every time you make a misplay, get electrocuted.
No, what I was actually suggesting is, you know, I'm sick of all of these like events that people are doing where you go and play Middle Earth strategy battle game.
Okay.
I want to see one where you go and throw electric rods at people through an operation game. Like, that's a real challenge. That'll separate the men from the boys.
I don't even know what to say to that. Good?
There's not a lot.
don't know.
As Ryan and I would say, dance.
Bance, lad. Bance. We've got Buchan with us. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I would ask you how to pronounce it, but you can't talk to us. I mean, through, like, voice.
You can what?
We're alive again.
Yeah.
No, I mean stream. The health.
Oh, I've got a green bar. That's
green
lovely.
bar. I wonder what it was.
Ideal.
Um,
I've always said that a green bar is better than a red bar.
did I just join in on some kind of Zeus game?
These bands. Oh, Ryan.
I'm working on
You're welcome to up the bands game.
the Prancing Sealy, or the Prancing Georgie. We got to settle on one. Prancing Georgie?
Georgie.
The Prancing Georgie.
And that's the way the barkeep talks.
Barlium and Butterbur.
You walk in, he goes, how you doing, Arbitsies?
How you doing, Underhill? Nice to see you.
You want potatoes?
Okay, we got French fried potatoes.
We got them boiled, mashed, stewed.
Stuck in a stew. My mama's old stew. I don't know what we're saying. That sounds like Liam.
Oh, yep.
Strong Arm has arrived. Possibly. I don't really understand what you mean by Zeus.
Some kind of Zeus game. I don't know. What is a Zeus game?
George Costello, how do I change my YouTube name to the Prancing Georgie? I think you have to contact... who owns YouTube now? Google?
Something like that.
Yeah,
But,
so
I mean,
contact Tim Google.
First, you'll need to contact our lawyers, because that's ours.
It's our property. Trademark. How you doing, George? It's nice to have you with us, man. George is one of the Christchurch players.
Right on.
He is one of the, now correct me if I'm wrong, George, one of the members of the New Zealand Hobbit League committee as well. So we have to be nice to him. We're not allowed to make fun of him or anything like that.
Make fun of him or?
Or Christchurch, or...
Oh.
I can't promise that won't happen.
Well, there goes all my content for the night.
Yeah, what else are we going to do? Buchan is pronounced Buchan. Good old Scottish name. Thanks, Buchan. See, my family is
Something
English.
about throwing lightning bolts at people.
My family's English, so we just ignore Scottish people's requests. Like independence.
Careful, lad. Careful.
No, I would have voted for Scottish independence as well if I was there. Because that's the sensible thing to do. Leave that burning hump of... Anyway, let's not get into politics. Something about throwing lightning bolts at people or something. Oh, your operation.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's right, we were talking about
That was
electrifying.
so long ago, I forgot what it was about.
I know, the stream moves so fast.
I know, we move so fast. We're mavericks. We move the time.
Hey Tom, we should quickly plug our t-shirts.
Ready?
Hey.
Oh, you actually touched me.
Oh, what were you doing? Hover-handsing me?
I was hover-handsing. I didn't want to get you too excited on stream. Or else, you know how these people are with demonetization. Not that we make money off YouTube.
That's true. We'll lose all of our millions.
We will. Our ad revenue. You're correct. Insult me and I add more hobbits on parades restrictions. Wow, that's low.
Self-aware. Love it.
Yeah, that's... Wow, it cuts me deep, George. Buchan says, decided on the good army for next year. No. So there's been lots of really cool suggestions coming in. Annoyingly, a lot of them have been Dale, which is what I'm trying to sell. So I think you guys are doing that on purpose. But what I will be doing is I will be putting up a poll kind of at an arbitrary date that I decide, and then I'll let everybody else vote on it. And whoever wins that poll will get something from me, and it'll be something pretty cool. It's an envelope full of my pubes. It's not. For legal reasons it isn't, but it is. But it isn't. But it is. It's actually Sloane's.
Or is it my beard? Only you decide.
I love that game. That's my favorite game. Pubes or beard. Favorite game. Pubes and beard. Anyway. I had too much coffee today.
Have you even finished your coffee?
No, I'm still drinking it.
Oh, jeez.
I'm really excited that
For a long night.
the Japanese Boss coffee is now in...
I need to find it immediately.
Where do we live? Aotearoa. Yes, we need to get more.
Where did you buy it, Tom?
I bought it at the train station.
Use the code
Train
station fail charge to get 10% off Boss Coffee. The Lower Hutt train station.
James says, so an envelope full of the hair you shaved off. Yes, I've been keeping it. And that's not even a joke. I was meant to donate it to charity. Because my hair was long enough to actually qualify for wigs for people who need them for like cancer purposes and stuff like that. But I haven't gotten round to sending it yet. So downstairs in one of my drawers is this creepy rat's tail sitting by itself. If you're lucky, I'll get it for you later.
I don't know if it is locked.
I'll get it for you. So the idea was to donate it to charity, but I've got so much going on that I haven't posted my hair. I'm not even joking.
What a dilemma.
I know.
I have a funny story about head here.
Okay. Is this stream friendly?
This stream friendly. I had a flatmate
Is it
many,
Ryan?
many years ago.
Okay, so not Ryan.
No, it wasn't Ryan. Many years ago, I had a flatmate. It was a female flatmate. And she went and got a haircut. She had really long blonde hair.
Okay.
And she went and got a haircut. And I don't know, decided to keep it. And she brought it home. And rolled it up into like a cone. And stashed it in my Wheat Bix box.
You were going to say smoked.
into a fat cone.
It just fat cone and just went for it.
No, into like a little like a cone sort of shape, you know, like a pine cone sort of vibe, and she put it into my Weet-Bix container, and I came in the next morning, saw it in my Weet-Bix container, and got a hell of a fright. But there was no mistaking who did it. There was only one other blonde person in the flat who just had a haircut.
Yep. It was Bentley, the old sponsor of the movie.
And so I was like, well, I'm gonna get her back. I'm gonna get this girl back.
Oh god.
And I didn't do it instantly because I didn't like have a hell of a lot of hair at the time. But
you grew it out of vengeance.
Tell you what, I did have a lot of beard.
Oh my god.
And so I went and I shaved my beard. And I can't recall if I did it for this prank or if I did it just out of, you know, any other reason that you'd ever shave your beard. I don't know, madness.
Yeah, madness.
But I shaved my beard and I kept it all and did the same thing. I rolled it into a big cone and I smoked it.
Nice. A big fat blunt in her room so it smelled like burning hair.
No, I rolled it into a big fat cone and I stashed it underneath her pillow.
That's so weird.
And I kid you not, like a month later, she came out. She's like, "Sloan, I just found your beard here underneath my pillow." And it was shocking for a number of reasons.
Did you forget about that?
I forgot about it.
Okay, that's gonna help.
She hadn't found it for that long, and it must have meant that she hadn't washed her sheets in that long, at least.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm beginning to doubt this person's kind of hygiene things anyway. If she's sticking her hair in Weet-Bix boxes.
It was a good prank. It was a good prank.
Good prank, bro. Just prank, bro.
It was just a prank, bro.
James been smashing back the Boss Coffee as well. All we need is Tommy Lee Jones ads for it, like they have in Japan. I agree. I've been doing lots of the Twin Peaks damn good coffee or damn fine coffee constantly.
I completely forgot there was a thing, and I'm probably gonna have to start doing it again.
There's some really good Japanese Twin Peaks ads for the coffee, so go look them up. But not until we're done with the stream because I need the revenue.
I loved Twin Peaks. I really enjoyed it, and I did not enjoy season 2 that much.
I still haven't seen it. Because I enjoyed the first season.
Yeah. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
And was it Fire Walk With Me, Fire Dance With Me, Fire something to film?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, David Lynch is a maniac.
Yeah, because like season 2 they give it to someone else.
Really? I thought it was still David Lynch. This is nothing to do with Hobby.
Something changed anyway, and the whole show completely changed. Someone probably knows better than me.
I thought season 2 was just like purposefully like odd, so David Lynch could like fuck with people again.
Maybe. I don't know the guy personally.
Mr. Lynch. Yeah. You just don't know him on first name basis.
I'm not that familiar with him, no.
He's a nut job. We've got 6 people with us. That's exciting. So
pretty good for a Tuesday night.
For everyone that hasn't already answered, what's everybody else working on? George, are you working on your finals army?
What you working on, George?
Georgie, is that a balloon?
Poor guy.
Sorry.
Ruin his name for him.
He wants to be. Look what I've drawn.
Should have.
I don't know if this is Freudian, but I've accidentally drawn a penis on my ballot.
Tell me you're an artist.
Well, you know, it's impressionistic.
Ambitionistic?
Abstract, even. Buck, are you coming to finals? You're up in Auckland, aren't you, man? I haven't really looked at the players list. All I know is I still need to pay because I'm a cheapskate. Chris, I was painting Bosk, but that's the wrong franchise. Not only is it the wrong franchise, he's not even the coolest bounty hunter. Let's just be honest. Who's your favourite Star Wars bounty hunter, Sloan? Boba Fett? Are you that mainstream? Jango Fett.
Spock?
Spock? Yeah, he's pretty cool too.
I only know Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Yeah, he's daddy.
Yeah.
So my favourite, thanks for asking, my favourite is a guy called Dengar.
Hey Tom, what's your favourite?
Well, it's nice of you to ask, Sloan. My favourite bounty hunter is a guy called Dengar, who has...
What's everyone else's favourite?
Can I explain why I like Dengar? He just looks really hopeless. Actually, you know who I really like, and this is not going to mean anything to you, but it will soon, because I'm going to make you watch it.
Okay.
Is Ig-88, who's like a robot. In the new Star Wars show that's coming out, he's played by Taika Waititi.
Oh, the Star Wars show.
Yeah, he's just like a sassy robot assassin.
Okay.
Although, if we're going extended lore, which I know we are, it's HK-47 from the old Knights of the Old Republic game.
HK-47.
He's like just this evil robot, and I love him.
Well, I mean, to be named after an evil weapon, like a HK-47.
What have we got? Buchan, I won't be able to make it this time. Oh, that's a shame, man. We will.
Neither.
Yeah, Sloane's not going to make it either, unfortunately. He has to move house or something like that. Brendan says, B1 battle droids. Is that what you're painting at the moment, Brendan? That's cool.
Was it your favourite?
His favourite bounty hunter is B1 battle droids. Chris Brown, I mean, he's the best in Legion at the moment. Bosk, alright, fair enough. I mean, he is pretty cool. I like him. Brendan says Django Fett is his favourite. Django had the cool, like, twin pistols. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. And he was, like, super good, but then how did he die?
Super stupidly.
Yeah.
Although, I'm glad he was in the movie because we got the classic line, "Get him, dead!" You know, it's nice to see Kiwi representation on the big screen. Get him, dead!
Oh, get him!
Cook me some fucking space eggs! Sorry, some niche.
I think everyone will get it.
Okay, good. I mean, everyone's pretty much Kiwi here, right?
I think so. But for those who watch this later, apologies.
Apologies for...
That was Tom's attempt at a New Zealand accent.
Look.
I mean, it was an overly New Zealand accent.
I lived on the South Island for a while. That's how people talk down there.
They don't have, like, do they, I can't remember. Do, like, South Island have much, like...
Yeah,
Aussie?
it is really strong, though.
Mm.
It is really strong, though. Good
Nailed
English,
it.
though. Fucking amazing English. I don't know if you guys can see. I've gone for a kind of drab olive green for the roof, which looks pretty cool. Just because, like, my other Brie building at the moment is like a terracotta kind of tile.
Just winging it.
Just winging it, going for it.
Does look good.
It's pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. What colour are you going to do the brick?
I don't know. What do you reckon? Like a 10?
Nah, I reckon go grey.
Did you ever play Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Cook your own bloody SpaceX! Alright, Tom. Just the one.
Just that one. Hey, what are you looking at?
What is it? Mongy Mobba Fett.
Mongy Mobba Fett. Oh my god, that reminds... Have you ever run... Have you read fucking the names... Oh, James Nond? Fuck.
Are you having a stroke? And you go to nom.
Just because I can only smile on one side of my face. No, I need to find James Nong, or whatever he's called.
These buildings are cool, Brendan. That's probably why you think that. But how cool is this little mausoleum, dude? How cool is that? I don't know if it'll focus. I've still got to do some stuff on that. But I mean, like, there's the greys.
We also need to do our hot holes as well.
Ah, yeah, one day.
Can you please read this out for the screen?
Why? The Bond's name. James' name. Please to what? Bond names the James. Are you alright? Bane's non's having a stroke. Call the ambulance. Oh, that really hurt.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it really hurt me to say.
It's so good. Anyway.
Call the ambulance.
Call the ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
That was good. That was good.
Bane's non's having a stroke. Monkey Mobile Fett. Oh, those buildings are cool. Thanks, Brendan. Yeah, we need to get a couple more kind of Brie-like buildings because I'm hoping to get a couple of boards ready for finals as well. Seeing as I'm not going to be contributing anything towards the podium, I may as well be contributing something terrain-wise. So hopefully we can get the Shire done and hopefully Brie, but we'll see how we go. I can hear some million around downstairs.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Liam robbing me or if I'm getting robbed. I do live somewhere fairly dodgy.
Maybe someone should go check.
Okay, I'll go check. Just make sure I'm being robbed.
Just to ensure that you are indeed being robbed.
I'll be back in a second.
War cry, war cry.
Stroke.
What?
Joke.
Oh, Warcraft.
Oh, that's right, it's Warcraft. Shit.
hope he's not getting robbed. I'm just like up here like doo, 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 doo. Tom gets clubbed in the head. It sounds civil. I think we'll be fine. Liam's supposed to be showing up at some point, but I don't think he wants to show his face. So you'll just hear a third voice at some point, and it'll be really weird. But it's just Liam. Don't worry about it. Wellington is a pretty dodgy place to be fair. Well, yeah. I mean, I've lived here 10 years, and I have been robbed. I got my car broken into. I lost a lot of powerlifting gear. I was pretty heartbroken. I lived in a flat that had this traveller come and stay there, and he got all of his friends to come and rob us while we were all sleeping, and then he split the profits with his mate. I only know this because he got very drunk.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just talking about the time I got robbed when I lived in Newtown.
The only time I've ever been robbed was when Australia was knocked out in the semi-final of the World Cup. By semi-final, I mean round of 16.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Liam's here.
Hey, love your chair.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you went back into the
Cheer is such a strong word for what's going on down there.
I mean, it's not... Oh, you let Tom's in. Tom's.
Oh god, I'm dead.
Oh.
Yes, we are.
You too, my friend. I'm great, how are you?
Thanks. Sure, looks good, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
How you doing, man?
How's my
How do you I'm like on the other side now? Like this. This is the Mausoleum kit. Yeah.
The Warcry stuff.
They repurposed it for Warcry, but it was just like an old like Warhammer fantasy
Oh, that's
graveyard kit. Yeah.
Oh,
It's going to be the prancing Georgie.
are you buying houses?
We will. Yeah.
I would definitely
Jump in.
throw some money toward that. Because I'll probably, if I bought my own, I'd end up just using you guys anyway, so.
Wellington is a pretty dodgy place to be fair. I mean, Wellington's fine, but I live in the hut, so... Chris, I mean, if you have a puppet, you can just proxy him? What's that in reference to? Is that something when I was away?
I completely forgot what I was talking about 2 minutes ago.
Chris, what are we talking about here? The stream's been a mess. No, it's been great. It's all good. I know what I'm talking about. We didn't establish what colour I should do the rest of the building in. Tan? Tan, then like wash it back.
Sure, why not?
Brendan says hi, Liam.
Oh, hey Brendan. Is he running his ranges of affiliate for the final? Well, he probably won't disclose his list, will he?
I see what you're doing.
Ooh. Making the plays.
What is that? Thank you.
I think that's a yes.
Okay. Nice, I'll stop for it later. Sail! Nice.
What is it?
I just saw an army of throw to Liam.
Oh, really?
Everyone, this is Liam.
The dwarves.
He is Strong Arm. He is our friend. He is in streams. You probably not streams. Oh, James says Strong Arm. There you go.
Liam, do you want to buy my Warrior as well?
Oh, fuck, I'm not.
Liam, do you want to buy my Dale?
I do not have money. Contrary to the amount that I keep, like, I'm just getting myself more and more in debt buying all these.
Good that you don't have any kids or anything, hey?
Yeah, right.
That's the only way I can get away with it.
What? You don't have children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have children.
I would have gone bankrupt many years ago.
Liam not showing his face. Yeah, he's sitting off to the side. Liam's in the naughty corner. He's not, he's just painting off to the side. You can use my paint water and stuff too. Do you need paints?
That's romantic.
You can use my paint water.
You can use my paint water.
So considerate.
Look, if you can't share your paint water with your friends, what can you share? Let's not get into that.
Memories.
So any more updates for the tournament in March?
What's happening in March?
Big Awards, dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the way the Buccan has used kind of quotations for it. It is a tournament. It is a tournament. It's going to be competitive.
Oh, it's you.
You cheeky bugger. More of a fluffy tournament than competitive. Yeah, you try to tell that to some of the players we have here.
You'll love this, Liam. Liam, do you want to buy my Iron Hill?
That's funny on so many levels. Like, I'm not even going to start explaining that one.
I'm not sure who M Hat Safe is, but I appreciate your hat safety. There is a lot of people who are chasing Iron Hills if you're actually serious about that. If you want to hit me up, I know some people who want it.
Do they have a chariot?
Do they have a chariot? No, I don't. Oh, do you have a chariot? As far as updates of Big Wars, we will be getting a Rego pack out soon. Sloan and I need to sort that. We'll be going over it on Saturday.
Yeah. Just some details that we need to iron out.
Yeah, but as far as like everything else, we're doing pretty good, I think. Like, we're securing some tournament sponsors now, like Weta Workshop have gotten involved, which is really cool. And the Mental Health Foundation, who we're actually raising money for, have increased and want to kind of increase their support and want to help out as much as they can, which is pretty cool. So
That's cool.
whether that's through kind of like an article on their page or something like that, or kind of helping support, I'm not really sure, but I've
Can they get me support?
yeah, no, right. I've got some pretty good. I've got a pretty good rapport with them at the moment, which is nice. So hopefully keep exploring that, which is cool. And Sloan and I are on their like lists for events now. So if they hold like gala dinners and stuff, we're invited. You and me, black tie, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just have an FCG suit.
I might
That'll
wear
be up on
pants.
Digitees. Yeah, I won't wear pants. I'll wear the dress.
Oh,
Nice ball gown.
you would rock a ball gown actually.
Nice and short, so it's really a ball gown.
Mm.
Liam's got that.
So that just appeals to my
Your childish sense of
humor.
humour. Yeah. Thank you.
My God.
What else have we got? I've talked to some local artists and getting some artwork commissioned for the raffle, which is pretty cool.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
You can tell me that.
I was going to surprise you with it.
Tom, I'm a local artist.
I know you're a local artist, but you're also really busy. But it's a girl who used to work at Weta, which is kind of cool.
Oh, neat.
So it should be a really fun tournament. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. We just need to iron out.
Tournament.
Yes, tournament. Thanks, Buckin. We need to sort out some of the kind of little tricky bits of registration, but we should be good to go fairly soon for that. And I know I'm really looking forward to it. I know Sloan is as well. Because you haven't hosted a tournament before, have you?
Nah, fam.
It is addictive. You just have. I go power mad. I just have such
No,
control.
rules are forbidden!
No,
I'm assuming this is your paint water and not some horrendous concoction of a drink.
It's a kombucha.
it's my
tea.
absinthe. I can't drink kombucha anymore.
Why can't you drink kombucha?
Because it's fermented. It's like pure fermentation.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so Big Wars should be good fun. Is this chat not updating? There's no one talking to us.
No, I don't think anyone's talking to us.
Oh, that's okay.
Why don't people comment with which side they're going to be
Good.
joining?
Good.
Hey,
Good.
good. It's good. Because we're going to kick some ass.
Some evil ass. Well, I mean, evil is subjective, you know.
We're going to.
How many people do you reckon can go? Well, sign up. We've got space for like 24, but that's kind of with what's on site. If we go past that, we will hire some tables and stuff like that. Because I mean, it is a fundraising event, so the more people that come, the better.
Totally. But how big is the venue, Tom?
Massive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It can hold them.
It's huge.
Cool.
TSB Bank Arena.
Yeah, it's at Westpac Stadium.
Jonah Lomu is opening it for us. He's coming in.
Dead?
Oh fuck. He's just like my go-to like sports person.
I don't know anything about rugby, but I'm pretty sure he's dead, dude. You're the worst New Zealander ever.
I'm not laughing because he died. I'm laughing because I made a mistake.
Sure. Wow. Okay.
Don't wow me as if you know anything about rugby.
I know he's dead. I know he's not playing anymore.
Playing in heaven.
Like he made it there.
I'm sure as shit isn't opening any.
What, shopping centres? Brendan says evil. James. Saruman did nothing wrong. I agree. He just, he was at the end of his rope. Brendan here also, is army draft still the plan?
100%.
Yes. 100% still the plan. We want to be the mark of difference in the tournament scene, and messing around with that kind of stuff seems like a lot of fun.
So what we were tossing out wasn't army draft; it was like faction draft, right? So,
Yeah, so faction draft. So that'll
So we'll clear that up in the pack.
yeah. So that will include legendary legions. So
That'll be a faction.
yeah, that'll be a
basically,
faction.
for all argument's sake.
Yeah.
So Riders of Theoden
And Rohan,
Yeah,
that's still
someone
fine.
picked Riders of Theoden, then Rohan would still be on.
Correct.
And if the book, well, the Rohan book will surely be out by then. I'm sure there'll be more lists as well.
Ford's Advisor.
Yeah, all of those.
Or
You know,
all the Helm's
Defenders
Deep.
of Helm's Deep, I imagine would be something with the elves. I don't want to get into a predictions video, but yeah.
Fucking Jonah Lomu gonna come back from the grave for some Middle Earth. That is dedication. Yikes.
Look, he's a New Zealander at heart, okay? And in body, because he was literally New Zealander.
Oh shit.
What?
Matthew Ridgely, hot off the presses, guys. News on the New Zealand Hobbit League. No, the journey doesn't end here. Matthew Ridgely, I am stepping down as league coordinator at the end of 2019. After 5 years, it is time for me to pass on the torch. I can promise a soppy post-league final message, but now the focus is on finding my replacement. If you would like to apply for the role of league coordinator, email mattridgely@hotmail.com and answer the following question. Why are you right for this position? Applications close Monday, 18th of November 2019. A decision will be made by the NZHL committee and the new coordinator will be announced at the league final. Yikes. That's a massive loss for the league. Matt is an awesome guy and has done an amazing job with the league as coordinator. So thank you so much, Matt, for all you've done. Like, I finally got to meet him properly last year at finals and just absolutely smashing guy. I talked to him quite a lot. Smashing guy. So that's fairly huge for the New Zealand Hobbit League. Shit, yeah. That's pretty massive. I don't really know what to say. What do you guys think?
Tom, sign up.
Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's... I know, it's exciting. I know Matt is also extremely busy all the time. He's one of these, like, powerful lawyers, you know, doing powerful law things. So, like, he actually has
Is he a parent?
important stuff to do. I don't know. I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Time is just money.
Liam scoffs and dad.
Yeah, he scoffs and dad.
Can't be that busy.
Can't be that busy if he's not a dad.
No,
You don't know anything if you're not a dad. Dad busy is real busy. Gotta wipe my kid's fucking ass. Sorry, guys.
What?
He's got a baby.
What have you been doing to kids' asses?
Wow, let's not do that on stream.
Jesus Christ, that got dark.
Thanks for the explanation. How will the draft work if some people have only certain factions? Between...
Pity.
Like, we have a really
What?
tight little community,
Take pity on
and if there are people who need an army, I'm sure people will be more than willing to help.
How would draft work if some people only have certain factions?
Yeah.
Can we sell? Can we take a draft book and then sell it?
Sell it to someone? No.
Um,
This isn't the MLS.
No, but you can buy my Moria if you pick one.
Yes, and I do have some Dale that are up for grabs, and I guarantee you no one has that because no one else is mental. We will take into consideration for new people and all that kind of thing.
Totally,
We
yeah.
obviously, like, we've
Yeah.
stressed this before.
Sorry, go for it.
I was just going to say, we do want this to be a really inclusive tournament because it's not super competitive. Tournament, sorry. So, like, we will make exceptions and, well, not exceptions, but we'll try and accommodate new people as much as possible. I'm sorry I cut you off, Slim. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, we're going to give it plenty of lead-in time. So
Yeah.
it's not till March, but we're planning on getting the pack out in the next couple of weeks. So,
It's-
give you enough
You
time
can,
to decide on whether or not the faction that you draw is going to be okay for you, or find time to organize a trade with somebody, to borrow it, or, hey, maybe, like, it's a cool incentive to collect the new army.
That's what I was going to say. You could opt to, like, choose something you don't actually have at the moment.
Yeah.
And, yeah, give yourself that deadline. I know I work a lot better on deadlines.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
But, like...
I mean, I crumble in every other avenue of my life, but for some reason...
Wow.
Yeah, well...
Not
for some
true
reason...
at all, Tom. You're killing it.
Yes.
Look at that tavern. Look at that tavern.
Oh, thanks, bro!
Could you incentivize dropping in the draft?
dropping in the draft.
Somehow.
It sounds like a weird song from the 50s.
It does.
You went for the 90s.
Oh, because I was thinking of like a drop, you know,
Okay,
like
so like
drop a fat beat.
for someone like me who spends far too much money on this stuff
Mm-hmm.
and has a few lists,
Mm-hmm.
is there somehow you could incentivize it so that instead of me, because I want to pick first because I want to take a very specific list,
Mm-hmm.
but is there a way you could incentivize it to put me further down the draft so that somebody who only has one or two choices
We'll see.
can go earlier than I do?
Well,
I have no idea what that would look
so
like.
the question from Liam, if the microphone isn't picking him up, is for someone like Liam who is boasting about how many armies he has. He wants to know, because he wants to get in first to choose his army.
Humble brag.
It's a humble brag. Massive humble brag from Liam.
To be fair, I don't actually have, like, none of them are fully painted.
No. That's because neither me or Sloan have painted your armies for you.
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
We'll get on that.
Yeah. Thanks, please.
If he can, if he can kind of like change his position so newer people can get a choice, I don't see that happening. It's just going to be confusing with a lot of people. What do you think? Like bouncing up and down? I think it's more likely that we create some kind of rectory of what armies you have available.
Well,
If
yeah,
you're happy to lend them.
this is another thing that we're going to be doing, right? We're going to be starting up those. We might even do like either a group chat or a Facebook page of good and evil, and so that'll be a nice little community for you to kind of like jump in and out.
Yeah.
Like maybe you drew Haradrim, or you know, like the only thing that was left was Mirkwood, and you know, someone in your chat might be like, well, I've got Mirkwood, and so like yeah, like we're just planning on giving it enough time so that you can kind of organize it amongst yourselves how
Yeah.
you want to approach it.
That's actually important because I forgot we're going to be doing the kind of group chat stuff first. So there'll be plenty of time for everyone to talk about what they want to
Yeah.
take and everything like
When
that.
you register, you pick Team Good versus Team Evil,
Yeah.
and so you know, like it's a good way to kind of establish with the whole group, like, hey, I've only got Gondor, and so all the people who maybe have 3 or 4 options can be like, that's cool, you take Gondor,
I'll take the Men of the West. Or
I got
something like that.
I got heaps of you know, fiefdoms that I can run.
Yeah.
So, like that's how we're hoping it can resolve itself, and you know, without it needing to be too involved.
I'm getting behind in chat.
Oh. There was something about an Auckland. Let's just pause and like catch up on it. Man. Getting through these fences.
Okay. Can confirm, not a parent. Oh shit, you're Matt. Hi Matt. I was like, I didn't realize that was Ridgely.
Okay, so just going back to what I said, I was just pointing out that I could relate to him probably wanting more of his own time back.
100%. You're not allowed to though.
Oh yeah.
Brendan, he was one of the driving forces behind me returning to SBG. Yeah, Ridgely's a legend. He really did a lot for this community. And I'm sure Will still, even not as coordinator, like hopefully this means he can actually get along and play some games because I know he doesn't really get a chance to very much.
Yeah, if you're always organizer.
Yeah, if you're always organizer. We need some more Auckland events for Middle Earth so much. Luckily I've been asked to run a Learn to Play Middle Earth SBG at Games Workshop next month. Hey, that's awesome, dude.
That's lovely.
That's really great. I would recommend just kind of tooting my own horn, the Little Wars format that I ran a couple months ago. It was a really good way of getting new people into the game, just because it's like a pretty small scale and has some fun incentives for kind of
Low buy-in.
low buy-in. So if you want to message me, man, I can send you the players pack for it and you can have a look. And if it's something you run up there,
If you're
More
tight with
happy.
your local G-Dub as well,
Yeah.
spread it through there.
spread it through there. James says collect another army. Yes, I do say collect a new army. You should choose something super obscure like me. So James, if you're coming on Team Evil, you should play. What should you play?
The Trolls.
Well, I have a whole lot of
They don't even
Moria you
add
could
add
play.
Yeah,
points,
James.
but the Trolls.
James, we have a lot of Moria that you can
You
pick
know
up.
what you could totally do, James? You could buy my Moria, and with your no, hear me out.
I'm
You've
hearing
you.
got an amazing
Sorry.
display board.
He does.
Khazad, Moria,
Matchmaking.
Hey.
I
Is
like
your
what-
armies on parade 2020?
I like what you're thinking.
Not that I don't already have a Khazad and Moria, but I'm not going to get round to Moria anytime
For
soon.
now. Bucket, I'm slowly trying to collect every Lord of the Rings army, not so much the Hobbit.
Yeah, that's how I started as well. I was much more focused on the Lord of the Rings stuff.
They're more accessible.
I just prefer
'Cause it's like-
movies as well, you know? Like, it's a cool, like, link.
Yeah.
You know, that's why like Isengard for me is like the top, because I just love those scenes at Helm's Deep and at Amon Hen. Like I just love that like imagining the orcs running through the woods or stomping in the mud. You know, I love all those scenes, and so like painting those models and like imagining that narrative in my head kind of drives that painting motivation as well. You know, thinking about like the dinged up, rusty armor that the Uruk-hai have, and like those old leather straps. Like it's really fun to kind of draw from that. And the Hobbit, while I love it, doesn't have as strong
design aesthetic for you.
Yeah, like like that visceral design that the Lord of the Rings has.
I think the issue with the Hobbit design, like there's some stuff in the Hobbit that I adore. Like Lake Town is one of my favorite locations they kind of developed for that film. Like I adore Lake Town, but I think they were really tied into making sure it still fit in with the world they'd already established later on. So like with the dwarven armor and stuff like that, they kept the very geometric design and stuff like that. Like I think for the amount of production time they had to get it done, they did a pretty good job for like the aesthetics of the film. But I don't think it was as thought out as like all of the stuff in.
Yeah, well, they definitely didn't have the lead-in time that Lord of the Rings had.
Yeah.
You know, they were on Weta Studio time now. Like back when they did Lord of the Rings, they were like a little company with a big opportunity.
A little company with a big heart. Now they're a big company with a corporate heart.
With deadlines, and I'm not going to claim to know all of the ins and outs of the movie making business, but
yeah, exactly right. Like we speak as outsiders. Like I still love the Hobbit films. I love the stuff that Weta produces. They are masters of their craft for good reason.
Absolutely. And it's not to say I don't like the Hobbit. I'm just saying PC's in battery saver mode. Are you plugged in? I just prefer Lord of the Rings, and so that was a priority when I started collecting.
Fair enough. There we go. That would have been awkward if I had just turned off. Alright, what else we got?
I'm slowly trying to... Yeah, a few of us are doing that. Yeah, cool.
James, we have a small amount of players in Hamilton. It would be cool to get more connected between Auckland and Hamilton. Yeah, guys, go unite the North.
Absolutely. I think you guys are down the road.
When will the draft be drawn? Oh shit. Alright, hold on. We're a long way back and can chat.
The draft be drawn.
We're gonna have... Will it be this year?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be this year.
Yep. Definitely before Christmas.
Definitely before Christmas. It'll be on a live stream.
Christmas gifts in.
It'll be on a live stream, I would imagine, is the original
Use
plan.
the code FCG10% at Games Workshop.
I'm not saying that Sloane is Santa, but I'm saying that Sloane is Santa.
Yeah.
Looking forward
I'll
to
plug the Secret Santa at the end of it.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, the draft. Yeah, so we're gonna get the players pack out in the next couple of weeks, and we sort out the details for that, and then it's just a matter of kind of setting up who's in what team, letting that settle, get everybody a chance to get to know who the teammates are, and kind of chat a little bit.
Yep.
And then we'll probably be able to do the draw not long after that, really. Like it's not really waiting on a hell of a lot. So.
I missed half the fucking building.
Yeah.
I just gave Steven 84 goblins, says James. Yeah.
Well, if you want more.
If you want more. Chris, do you want to read that one?
Birder and only cave trolls? No idea how bad it's be, but it'd look cool. He's not wrong. It'd be bad and look awesome. Who was talking about, it was you, Liam, converting cave trolls to mountain trolls?
Hill trolls?
Hill trolls, yeah.
Yeah, for this animal.
When does a hill become a mountain?
Govinda
Unless I can just buy one.
ran that list at finals last year.
The 3 trolls?
No, Birder and 6 cave trolls or something like that. Maybe 8 cave trolls. I think he had a good time. I can't remember. I don't think he finished particularly high.
There's something to be said about only having to control a small number of very simple models.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the guy who plays the 4 terror guys, the 4 zombie dragons in
AOS.
AOS.
In AOS.
Yeah, right.
Stephen. Hey, Steve. All his gobos belongs to me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, if you want more.
Totally agree with what Sloane says, hence why I have half a drawer full of new Isengard. Yeah, that's...
My man.
Brendan just saying Gov recently took a similar list to a 20. Stephen, I can go on a 10-hour rant about the armor in The Hobbit versus the stuff in The Lord of the Rings. I have no doubt you could.
I would encourage you to.
And I'm not going to argue with you because you're a man who wears bloody armor for a living.
I wonder if you would know our old family friend who was a blacksmith in Masterton who used to make the armor for the the medieval market that used to take place in like Levin, Otaki.
Well, there's only like 10 people in New Zealand. So
Yeah, I mean,
potentially.
he was like an actual blacksmith. That's what he did for a living. It was incredible. And he got a job for Weta making weapons when they started Lord of the Rings. Because, like you say, there's only like a handful.
There's only like a handful
who can
of
do it
people.
in New Zealand.
Buchan, do you want to read that one?
Would love to be a part of the tourney, and fingers crossed for Angmar.
I think Angmar will be a popular one.
Heavily contested.
Heavily contested, so you might want to get in early on that one. Liam won't be bothered because he's going to be on Team Good.
Yeah, true.
But those kind of like Angmar, Mordor, and I reckon probably Gothmog's Legion will be the first 3 to go in Evil.
Yep.
Possibly
Or,
Haradrim.
Possibly. Or what's the other like Mordor one?
Barad-dûr.
Barad-dûr.
There's Barad-dûr and Blackgate opens. So like, I mean, there's a lot of scope for people to get
There's actually so much in Evil.
like Mortar, mate. Taking the ring to Mortar.
Mordor. Yeah. There's heaps in Evil. We sport for choice.
Morning,
Same
Dan.
with Good when you start thinking about the Legendary Legions. Maybe we need to think about that again. Because like, if the Rohan book comes out and there's like 12 with Theoden, it might be a little bit interesting.
I don't think there will be though.
We might just make a list that you can pick from rather than anything off the top of your head, so that we kind of restrict it down to like 2 Theodens, maybe one from Two Towers, one from Return of the King, something like that. I don't know. Well, these are the details we need to nut out. It's hard to know without the books in front of us.
Yeah, because we also have to take into consideration the doubles games as well, because
True.
we don't want the same heroes twice.
That would be awkward.
We could do a thing where they have to nominate a lieutenant, and only them could go in the doubles game because they're going to be smaller points values.
Maybe
We can figure
it's
it
getting
out.
pretty convoluted.
Yeah, we'll sort it out.
We'll figure it out.
Dan says morning. Morning, Dan.
Morena.
Welcome to the chat. You haven't really missed too much. We're kind of just been bouncing about nonsense.
Blabbering.
Are you working on anything this morning, or have you just woken up and enjoying the sultry tones of my nasally voice and Sloane's seductive
Oh hey.
"Oh hey, Kia ora.
Kia ora. Welcome to Fail Charge
No
Games.
mai haramai. Welcome to MetLink." I lost my paints. There we go.
That's the paints.
Buchan would need to get more barrow whites, and I would if it weren't for GW attacking them on the damn web store. Have they gone off the web store now?
Aww.
That's unusual. I bought a whole bunch of them and then sold them to Liam. Like 99% of my armies.
You'll buy them back off me one day.
Dan, would the one from Return of the King be
Sad.
Death of Gothmog model? Would the one from Return of the King be the Death of Gothmog model?
Is that? The one from Return of the King with the Death of Gothmog model. I mean, could be.
I don't see why not.
Such an awesome model, that one though, isn't it?
The Death of Gothmog.
Yeah.
That like little diorama.
Yeah.
The 2 or 3 dioramas they did for that game, I wish were like more accessible. Like the Gimli sitting on the Uruk smoking
So cool.
is so good, and there's a guy up in I think Auckland selling it, but it's a little bit exy for me.
Yeah.
And all I would do is get it and then give it to you anyway.
I've eyed it up 100 times thinking, and then I go,
Buy more stuff off him, but he'd take less for it. He'd take
Oh, really?
substantially less for it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll
Not now. We've just vocalized on the internet that we want it. We mark it up.
Yeah, sales marketing.
Totally,
yeah.
totally.
Sam, sell me your Gimli, and then so I can give it to Sloane.
Who?
I think his name's Sam Baker.
Oh,
Is he with pink bollocks?
sorry. Looks like my butt.
Oh. Very recently, I think they're off to get packaged with some extra cost as well. Undoubtedly, it'll be like spooky ghosts of Angmar. It'll be like 3 specters and
2 barrel one.
2 barrel whites.
I low-key love that they're doing that. Like they're putting
I
things
like the
together,
theme things, yeah.
And you know, like they're doing with Thranduil and like you know
The
just
dwarven young dwarves and stuff like that.
Yep, just putting them all together. I don't actually know if it's much of a discount. I wasn't really in the hobby when they came out.
The young
originally.
dwarves is really good.
Is it?
They were $40 a piece.
They were $40 each when they first came out, and
Oh,
it's like
right on.
3 for $85 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's not a significant saving, but it's better than 120.
Yeah, right. Still a disgusting amount for 3 models.
Dangerous means Theoden.
Theoden, yes.
Yes.
I mean, I would never impose a restriction on which model you use.
Do you reckon it would be a Warg attack, Legendary Legion?
Ooh, yeah.
They'd have to do a dismounted Theoden without armor.
Oh, I was thinking more from Shaku's end.
Well, I really hope there's a like a Warg Legendary Legion.
Oh man, can you imagine a new plastic Warg?
Well, I really want
Like
a
a-
plastic Shaku. That's
Yeah.
like the one thing I've been asking for all this time. Because
Yeah.
fuck, I love Shaku. Jed Brophy is the boss at playing orcs.
Took a little tumble off the cliff.
Because I mean, he is all of the cool orcs. He's him. He's
true,
Snagger.
We're like, gave him all the sassy
I
ones.
think he's Gorbag as well. Shit, I'm sorry, Jed. I can't remember. All I remember is your Shaku, and that's what's close to my heart.
When you said, I'm sorry, Jed, I can't remember. I was like, is he watching the stream?
Maybe. You don't know. He's a busy man. James Sandbaker from Manhead said HL is selling it. Yes, that's the one. Wish I could be painting models. I'm just commuting to work. Oh shit, Dan. That sucks, man.
Gross.
To be fair, we've just spent all day at work, and it's like 8 o'clock here at night now, so we've served our time today. I hope work goes okay for you. If you need to go hide in the stationary cupboard and listen to us, that's totally fine. I approve this
We'll write
message.
you a note.
If you need me to call your boss and tell you something tragic's happened to your family so you can get off, I'm more than happy to.
Stand up for me.
I'm that kind of guy.
Hello, Mr. Bossman. It's
Tom here. Tom. James, I got my hands on the final fate of the Witch King diorama when I went to Warhammer World. And when you said you got your hands on it, did you also purchase it, or did you just put your hands all over it?
No, he stole it.
Because that's effectively like licking a biscuit and then putting it back in the cookie jar, you know? Like, just because you touched it doesn't
What's
mean
wrong
it's
with
yours. Nothing, I'm all for it.
Good.
Adds flavour.
Nice.
But it doesn't mean it's yours.
Well, Foxton begs to differ.
James magnetized the Witch King so I can put him on a 25mm base. Okay, so I'm assuming that means he did buy it. That's cool. Chris Brown, you guys going to be tuning into The Witcher come December? The Witcher?
Hell yeah.
TV series.
The new TV series with Mark Cavill,
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Good Jesus Christ.
Who's Mark Cavill?
the guy who's playing the Witcher.
It's Henry Cavill.
What are you thinking
I'm thinking of Mark Hamill.
Oh,
of?
I would
Hamill was
watch
the
it.
Witcher. I would watch the shit out of it.
I would watch that.
I keep saying sorry.
He could be the older Witcher friend from The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
He could play that
I've
role quite
never
well.
played The Witcher.
Oh, it's good, Tom.
Well, I'm an RPG crazy. Like, I love RPGs, but I just never really got into it because the first game had the most disgusting control scheme in the world.
Oh, well, don't judge a game off its first game.
Yeah, if anybody judged a game on its control scheme, like Resident Evil would never have taken on.
Yeah, but I didn't like those games either.
What?
I'm not overly fussed about The Witcher. I'm really looking forward to The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
It's the Star Wars one I was telling you about.
Ah.
With Taika Waititi.
Who's producing that?
I'm
company?
not sure. Oh, it's Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, it's on their new Disney Plus.
Yes, of course.
That evil manifestation. Unless you want to sponsor us, Disney, then we love you. No, Witcher I'm not overly fussed about. Are you guys looking forward to it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a massive Witcher fan.
Well, so is Mark Cavill. You got me saying it now. Henry Cavill. He's a massive Witcher fan as well.
How do you know?
Because he
Because
was
he's...
all over social media about it?
Yeah, he used to play it all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean...
So that's why he fought for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he like literally asked for the role, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, someone who actually connects to the thing. Makes a big difference. Yeah, Mandalorian for me, and I really want to watch the His Dark Materials or His Darkest Materials.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Those books were so good.
yeah, again, like I never read those as well. They're a bit YA for me when I was kind of, like a bit young adult.
What
Okay.
books?
His Darkest
Philip
Materials.
Pullman.
Yeah, Philip Pullman. Is it like a trilogy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they called?
The Northern Lights.
Ah, yes.
They did a movie.
Heard of them.
ages
Golden
ago.
Compass. Yeah.
Yep.
A terrible film. With Ian McKellen as a bear. That's all I remember
Well,
about it.
that's fantastic.
Geralt Skywalker. Yep. Oh god, we're really bad at reading this. Liam, why aren't you moderating?
I'm not moderating.
I was hoping for a new Witch King plastic model, didn't happen. Hope he gets a new one for the Angmar supplement. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, he has got a lot of models though.
Is there an Angmar supplement?
Oh, there will be one day. There'll be like a fall of Arnor or something, which would be pretty cool. Shag, marry, kill out of Shaku, Gorbag, Guritz. Oh, that's easy. Steven, I would marry.
I approve.
Oh, who would I marry? I would shag Shaku.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because that boy knows how to ride.
Oh, see, I don't know. He seems to me like a loyal companion.
Oh, because he shows
'Cause he's got
care
a-
and empathy because he
'cause
looks
he's got-
after his dog.
Yeah, he's got a doggo friend.
He jumped off the dog so it will go off a cliff. I'd like to point that out.
How that's
We've
what
all-
man's best friends for.
We've all been there in relationships. Okay, so
Spicy.
Shag, Shaku. I reckon I'd marry Gorbag. He's got a tower. He has a little metal shirt that we could sell for some money, and I want to get in on that dowry.
Oh, so you're just looking for a sugar daddy?
I'm looking for a sugar rookie.
Gorbag's a good shout.
Which means I'm guessing I'm gonna kill Guritz because I understand as a shorter guy, he's got that helmet on his head, or the head on the helmet to make him look a bit taller, and that's too much short man energy in one relationship. So kill Guritz, marry Gorbag, shag Shaku. Thank you for the question, Stephen. I put way too much thought into that.
That's probably the most attention you've paid to a question.
Yeah, sorry. That's.
Big dick energy in
I don't think there will be a plastic Shaku, just a re-release. Yeah, but think of some cool dynamic Shaku
But you're right, they will 100%
They will 100% re-release,
re-release it because they'll just bomb that second-hand Shaku on Foot Market.
yeah. Screw you, eBay people.
Yeah.
What would be cool, and I would like to see, is that Urukai in the heavy armor that you so beautifully imitated in one of our first videos. I hope they
yeah.
I'm still really playing through my TV and getting my flatmates of fright.
It's one of my favorite things. But I hope they make him into a 3-might hero, a heavily armored one, because all of the Eisenberg heroes are scouts, so they look real weird when they lead
Yeah, I don't like it.
heavy armored troops.
And
So I hope he makes a cool captain.
A named captain, yeah. Dig through your law box.
Shagrat's the obvious, marry, the other 3 are actually a choice. John Ansel, hey Sloan, you're bringing 600 points to the final. Hey Jono!
Yo, Jono!
My
I'm
dude.
not going to the final.
No,
I'm gonna lose house.
Sloan won't be joining us. He'll be there in spirit, and he will be there at night time drinking spirits.
Drink booze.
A little bit of drinky poos. I might have to take you up on my offer, says Dan. Yep, that offer always stands. You wait till we put in the $10 Patreon level. You can get us to call for a variety of reasons.
Speed dial.
I already regret saying that. Brendan, Witcher control scheme feels awkward, but the setting's cool. Yeah, the setting looks really cool. But I don't know. I'm one of those gamers that keeps going back to games I've played 8,000 times, especially with RPGs, because I go back and I this sounds so fucking nerdy. I go back and I play themed characters and stuff like that.
Make decisions to
Yeah, the amount of times I've finished Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 playing stupid characters and all that kind of stuff. And
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
does it?
I kid you not, 700 hours of Fallout last year.
Holy, what, Fallout 3?
Four.
4, okay.
Last year, maybe the year before.
Steven says reverb my dudes. Sorry guys, it kind of happens every once in a while. I don't really understand why. It's probably this dodgy microphone.
I'm not a sound scientist.
Yeah, a soundologist. Chris Brown, The Dark Crystal is worth checking out as well. Yep, I love The Dark Crystal. I haven't seen the new series yet. The old film was one of my favourites. And the new series has got amazing cast. I'll look at it. Yeah, it's amazing. The original was Jim Henson, and I adore Jim Henson because Muppets are my jam.
Me and Molly watched the movie for the first time.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we're saving up the show until we live together and we can just spam it in one weekend.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because we're so excited about it.
I know one of the guys in it is from Star Trek Discovery, which is a show that I adore because I'm a massive Trek head. Dan, plus one to Dark Crystal, just working through at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a try. I love the movie, so there's no reason I haven't watched it. I just have ADD when it comes to TV shows. I have a really short attention span, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm one of those people where if I'm not sold in the first half hour,
yeah, you drop out.
I'll just drop out.
And I've gone into that annoying youth thing of multi-screen, so I'll sit there looking at my phone while kind of doing it. What the fuck just happened? The only shows that I really watch with any kind of attention now is Queer Eye and
So good.
RuPaul's Drag Race because I am
Disagree with that wholeheartedly, but you do, man.
I'm a fiend for Catty drag queens.
I just can't handle the amount of artificial drama in that show.
Across the 3 Dragon Age games over the years, I probably clocked 1,000 hours. Shit, man, that is some serious Dragon Age. Yeah. If you manage to clock anywhere over like 4 hours in Dragon Age 2, you are a sadist, my friend. The game is not good, but good for you. I can't do it. Dragon Age 1 amazing, Inquisition I really enjoyed. Dragon Age 2 was so disappointing.
I think that's the one I spent most of the time.
Really? With like Hawk? Is that his name? Hawk? Something like that?
Can't remember.
Mass Effect.
I think it was Origins I was thinking of.
Oh, Origins is the first one, yeah. Origins is awesome. Mass Effect was one of my big ones, and the Baldur's Gate series back in the day was amazing as well.
I know it's like
Dan says, yes, Queen! Bro.
Let your whole body talk.
Make it, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I know it because Molly loves it, but I don't
That's
know
what Molly's got to
takes
take.
Sam.
No, that's fine. I just like drama. Even though it's official. What am I doing now? Red.
Red Bull. I am getting so sick of these fence grates. They are such a pain to paint. I need an airbrush.
If only you had one. Hey, I had to check Patreon. Congrats on the 10th patron. Thanks, Buckin. We're super stoked that people are joining up on it. It's been really touching for us.
Yeah. And do you know what we did? We went and we bought a really sexy game mat to go for our Shire campaign. And it's going to look so good on camera because we've noticed that a lot of our like textured boards get a lot of shadows on camera. So these game mats with scatter terrain should come up really nicely on the camera. It's really nice to play on the textured ones, and you know, like there's lots of like kind of interactivity with like, you know, hills and stuff like that. But these ones are just gonna absolutely trump it, and they're gonna look so good on the camera. So I hope you guys enjoy what we're gonna do with the Shire.
We also picked up a Rohan one as well for the Rohan War.
True, we did, yeah, when we eventually get around to the Rohan War. So yeah, that Patreon money went straight back into the channel.
Yeah, so it's hugely appreciated. Like, honestly, I was expecting to get like 2 or 3, and that's
My
mostly
mum.
mostly from
Yeah, me.
Liam is our major patron because he buys most of our shit. But I was thinking like 2 or 3, that'd be cool. So we've just been touched by the amount of people that are throwing their support, and like all of the people that are buying shirts and stuff like that as well. Like, it really does contribute to the channel. Like, we've
It's
been
gonna
able
look
to
so good if we go to Masters and there's like
everybody
a
in
bunch of
FCG
people wearing our
shirts.
t-shirts. It's gonna look so cool.
Such vanity.
We need singlets.
Yeah, Liam's
Tournaments get hot, eh?
Liam's
They actually do.
They really do.
Liam's complaining that his massive guns don't fit in his FCG shirt. Not a problem I struggle with my little noodles, but
That you do burst out of your failed charge underwear, though, don't you?
my fail charge codpiece. Yeah, no, there's nothing that can restrain me there. Anyway. I've only finished DA2 once. Yeah, that's an acceptable amount. Just get it done. That's my recommendation.
Did anyone here ever play Dragon's Dogma?
Yes.
So good!
That had like the really interesting combat dynamics, didn't
Yeah,
it?
there was some really cool...
Like you like climb on things
yeah,
and stuff
there was
like
like
that?
climbing, and there was like some really kind of interesting, like, I don't know, kind of like reimaginings of like your classic classes.
Mm.
So like you'd go with your basic mage, but then you could like branch out into, I can't even remember what they were, but it was like a specialist mage, and there was like a mage archer, and there was like a spell sword sort of vibe, and yeah, it was really cool, really interesting environment and kind of play style.
Dan says failed charge gains. Fucking love that. I should get that on your shirt, Liam.
Yeah,
Failed charge gains.
Liam, I will personally see to it that you get fail charge gains.
I will pay whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. How much did it cost you?
It's gold. It's
everything.
Golden Lost. Something that you can wear to your CrossFit tournaments. Fail charge gains
His dates.
to his dates.
I mean, let's be honest, they're the same thing.
That's true. Do you pick up much at the CrossFit tournaments now?
No.
Only weights, bro. Only weights.
Only the weights.
Only the weights.
And the spirits of your homies.
picks up weights and girls. Liam's life in a nutshell. Yeah, shit. The shirts are cool. I like them. We've had a few people overseas that are picking them up now, which is hilarious. So thank you so much to those guys who are picking them up.
Saw Lockie wearing one in his video.
Thanks, Lockie. I know you're not on the stream, but it's appreciated, mate.
Controversial opinion, Dragon Age 2 is better than Dragon Age Inquisition.
That is a controversial opinion.
Ooh. I can't really speak to it.
Well, I mean, I can't criticize him because it is an opinion. And your opinion,
you're about to anyway.
and you're welcome to have your opinion, but you're wrong. But I respect and appreciate your ability to have that opinion. But you're still wrong.
Wow, diplomatic.
Thank you.
Who was that?
Buchan. He's up in Auckland.
So yeah, for those of you who are in New Zealand, I'm going to be organising a hobby secret Santa. Put a post up on the NZHL page. Just a friendly reminder that if you're planning on participating in the Secret Santa, to add your name, address, and email address to that. The reason we need your address is so that when we send out who matches with who, you can find out.
Fucking Jono.
Beautiful. You can find out, where to send it.
Jono just sent me that. I don't know if you can see my phone, but Jono has just really politely sent me this photo with the message, new profile pic. Thanks, Jono.
I'm glad he hasn't sent me any of me because my face is so red right now.
I'll fix it in post.
Just 15 straight hours of
recolouring your face cell by cell. Or rotoscope it like the lightsabers.
We just need a blue light in here to balance out my pink.
I thought so you couldn't shoot up. Never mind.
Okay.
Anyway. Yes, we were talking about Secret Santa. Something wholesome and good.
Yeah, Secret Santa, something wholesome and good. Well,
and then I ruined it with, then I go and ruin it all by saying something stupid like you should have. You can continue.
I don't take drugs.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
No.
I don't do them drugs. Secret Santa, yeah. I think I said everything about Secret Santa.
Do it.
Sign up.
Do it. Come do it. It's fun.
So yeah, it'll be like there's no real limit on what you want to buy. There's a little wish list thing on the app that we'll be using, so the person you receive knows roughly what sort of things you're collecting, or things that you're interested in collecting or not. Just so that you don't go,
get something you don't need.
I've got 3 unarmored Faramir's. I'll send one to someone.
Yeah. Don't do it as a cop-out present if that's your plan.
Yeah, I mean, who am I to tell you how to play Santa? But
you Santa in the way you want to Santa.
But just be mindful.
Be kind and considerate.
Present how you would expect to be presented.
And the previously explained envelope full of pubes is not accepted. We will find you.
Yeah.
We have a particular set of skills.
But if you do get Tom, feel free to send him pubes.
I can stick it on my head, seeing as I'm missing my hair now.
You could buff up that mustache if you listen.
Hey, man. Hey, guys, what was the URL for the Secret Santa? Hey, Georgie! Look, I'm painting your tavern, the Prancing Georgie. It is on the NZHL group. If you're not on there, it's on there. So
yeah, I don't have it handy at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, there is a link to a Excel spreadsheet. A
pro Excel spreadsheet,
beautifully designed by me, a art director and graphic designer,
with beautiful Comic Sans.
Yeah, I have gone above and beyond in the layout and type execution. So enjoy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mere mortals.
Yeah. Go check your deets in that if you want to join in. I mean, I said that it was only good for New Zealand people, but I don't know, I'm not really opposed to internationals getting amongst. I mean, like, a small hobby pass will probably only cost you like $5-10.
I mean, let's be honest, it's cheaper for them there, so you might get something cooler if you get an international person.
That's true.
My only concern is just like delivery times and everything like that. But if you're okay with not getting your present for Christmas,
well, I said to have it sent off by the 15th of December. which
Yeah.
might still be time.
Might still be time for international, but we can't
But
guarantee.
hey, if you get international, maybe bear that in mind.
Yes.
But at the moment, I don't think any international people are signed up, so we
No.
might not even have this issue, and we're just yarning.
Yeah.
And it's just bans. It's just bans.
Bans, bro.
Just failed charge bans.
Fail charge gains. How are the fences going?
Oh, this is the last one.
Then you want to do some hobbit holes?
Maybe.
Okay.
I might just add some washes to all my metals.
Okay.
I'm on a good vibe. I really want to get this Mordheim stuff done, so we can start playing Mordheim once we have like a bit of a Christmas break.
Hell yes. I need a second coat of this tan. What are the points for Big Wars? We said 800 for the single player, 400 for...
Yeah.
Yeah, so 800 for single player, 400 for the doubles games.
So if you missed that chat where we talked about those details, yeah, we're gonna do, what is it, 2 singles and a double each day?
Yes.
2 singles and a double each day. The day will end on a doubles game,
Yep.
so you end on something hella fun, and you'll be paired up with the person who is doing as oppositely
Yeah, your mirror.
successful as you. So if you're the top of the good team, you'll be paired up with the bottom of the good team, which isn't always as reflective of skill. It's just reflective of matchups and stuff, but it could just kind of help level the playing field.
Yeah,
So-
I think it'll give some interesting opportunities.
Totally. So you don't get to choose your teammates. It'll be a good opportunity to, play a game with someone who you might not have ever played with before.
100%.
Does your 400 point list have to be contained within your 800 point list?
No. Just needs to be the same
Obviously,
faction.
same faction. that
Just
you
the same-
draft,
Same
yes.
faction, yeah.
Chris says, do you want to do some hobbit holes? In parentheses, I think it's time for bed.
Yes,
Chris,
it might be.
shame on you. But, do you want to do some hobbit holes?
Been thinking about it all day, man.
A hole in the ground. Not a dank, nasty hole.
Nasty.
Full of
Actually, wet hole.
oozy smells.
Oh, that metaphor spiraled out.
Any plans for AOS content, Sloan?
Yes.
I would say so. We have an interesting dilemma with when it comes to Age of Sigmar content. Is we haven't really addressed this on the channel before. We have another channel on. Well, it's not really a channel. They have more of a Facebook presence than us. There's another channel called Fail Charge.
Well, they're called the Fail
The
Charge
Fail
Podcast.
Charge podcast, and they exclusively cover Age of Sigmar.
And when we were like trawling through ideas for names, they didn't pop up once.
So they had no social media presence when we were looking and when we set
Yeah.
everything up. And then
so when we were like, yeah, Fail Charge, that's kind of cool. It's kind of like what we're all about, like just like goofing
Goofing,
off and
yeah.
not really giving a damn too much. But turns out the Fail Charge were alive and kicking
in Australia.
and Australia, and have a bit of a thing going on Twitter. But
They're on all the social medias that we're not, basically.
yeah, and they do things that we don't. So AOS is something that we would like to do,
Yeah.
but we will have to probably tread pretty carefully.
Yeah, we don't want to step on their toes,
Yeah.
because they're not really stepping on ours at the moment, because we haven't even heard from them. It's just something because we know a lot of people in the Age of Sigmar community because we're both kind of in that one, Sloan more than myself, obviously. But it was brought to our attention at a tournament recently when an Australian player was there and he's like, you're Fail Charge gamers as well. And I was like, oh shit, what does that mean? So it's something we have to be mindful of, but we would like to do Age of Sigmar because it's a game that we both enjoy.
They did message me on Twitter one time.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What did they say?
Just made us aware of themselves.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's cool. We'll probably just stay out of your spheres for now. So yeah, no, we do want to do AOS. I've got a bit of AOS stuff that I'd like to do. We'd like to do narrative.
I mean, Sloan's in
AOS
fucking,
stuff.
Warhammer community and level and stuff.
Sorry.
You in White Dwarf?
No. I might be in the Warhammer community site soon. I painted up a Caradron Overlord's army, and a couple of people from the Warhammer community site reached out to me and said that they'd like to feature it. So stay tuned. You might see my army.
It is ridiculously pretty.
You might see my army up on the web soon.
For those that have seen the dwarves that you've done for Lord of the Rings will understand how you would do with like dwarves for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, I mean they're very different dwarves. They're very like rusty, beaten up, steampunk dwarves for anybody who knows that range. But they do look pretty cool. I'm very proud of them. I'm actually adding to that army as we speak. I have a lot of thunderers on the painting table that I'm adding up. Because I was planning on taking them to
Finals.
Masters, but I had to pull out for that.
Unfortunately. Buckin, instead of AOS, how about some Kings of War? Lol. I think that
Big
lol
lol.
covers
Big
that
lol.
perfectly. I used to play Old
It's a
Hammer.
meme, right? Kings of War?
I think so, yeah. Like, I used to play Old Hammer, but I'm not one of those people who immediately shout on Age of Sigmar when it came out. I thought it was really interesting, because Old Warhammer had, like, a crazy buy-in. Liam, do you want to come join me on stream for a minute?
Sure.
George, while you're at it, you guys should do some Frostgrave or Rangers of the Shadow Deep. We're going to be doing Mordheim, which is like my preference to Frostgrave. Frostgrave's kind of the spiritual successor, and I like how broken and mental Mordheim is. Rangers of the Deep, I know you've talked to me about before. It's kind of like the narrative game. I'll have to have a look at it. We don't want to dilute the channel with too many games too quickly, because like, obviously my passion is the Lord of the Rings game. Sloane's a bit more versatile in what he plays, but like I would say that 99.9% of the people that are following us on YouTube and everything like that are here for Middle Earth, so that's still our focus. But we just hope that people would join us and enjoy other games that we play, just because we're going to be goofing off in them as well.
Is there still plans to do some sort of battle companies?
Yeah, so I talked about that on the update video. We will be running a Battle Companies campaign that I'm writing. So it'll be featuring Liam and Sloane. They will be kind of playing the PC warbands, and I'll be playing NPCs. So it's going to be the story of two different warbands in like the Shire and Arigian as they join forces and kind of do some little missions around that region to prevent a great terror from the north. So it'll be borrowing heavily from a few sources that have been established already. Okay, you can bugger off now, Liam.
Totally.
Oh, wow, flash.
I just wanted someone to sit next to me.
Something smells delicious and I'm hungry. No, Sloan, it's not.
That was...
Whatever you just did.
I did not do anything with food.
No, I know you didn't.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't you.
Buckin says, how about the Battle Companies campaign? You know, if you have a spare cave drake sticking around. We've looked at the campaign.
Does someone have a cave drake I can buy?
We have some more.
100% kidding.
I've got the rest of more.
We've got the... I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, the campaign that's in the book is cool, and like we might look at that eventually, but like this one is strictly going to be a narrative campaign from the get-go. What have we got here? Dan, would there be a favourite narrative scenario you'd want to create? Okay. Is there anything from the films you'd want to create?
Would there be a favourite narrative scenario you'd want to recreate? From the films?
Or the books.
Or the books? Is there nothing not covered in...
Well, if we could play any scenario on the channel, what would you want to play? If we had the ability to.
Oh, I'd love to do like a full Helm's Deep.
Full Helm's Deep, yeah. I think
start to finish.
I think Full Helm's Deep would probably be my one as well.
Yeah. I'd love to get like, the wall set up, have
Yep.
a butt ton of Urkai,
Yeah.
have the archers, have like actual siege rules with the ladders and the bombs. And, yeah, that'd be pretty amazing.
That would be really amazing. It's so iconic.
It's my favourite scene in the whole trilogy.
Oh, it's so much fun.
The rain and like that kind of like dread of like, oh my god, we're not going to make it through the night.
There was an
And
old...
then the elves show up. Whatever they do.
That's no Orcorn.
That is no Orcorn.
I don't know why it turned into old Obi-Wan then. That's no Orcorn.
Hello there. That's
They
no
will-
Orcorn.
They will be back. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? Scenarios. The other scenario I'd really like to play is there was an old linked scenario for Moria. So like getting the Fellowship through Moria. So it was like 3 or 4 scenarios, like starting with like the Great Hall and Balin's Tomb, then like the Daradelf, so the stairs going down, and finishing on the Bridge of Khazad-dûm itself.
Wow.
So it's like this massive linked like 4-game
Yep.
thing, and I would love to do that. Maddie, Brendan and I did an Epic Battle Companies campaign a few years ago with some of the lads. Such a good chance to create a story. Yeah, Battle Companies is honestly one of the favourite kind of systems. We're really looking forward to doing it. I'm running a Battle Companies Day for my 30th birthday. It's my present to myself. Is to basically get together with everybody and have a game.
You're also writing a Sikh narrative for it.
Yeah, so for that's for our one, our channel one.
Oh, I just assumed that.
I'll write a different one.
Oh, okay, cool.
What are you doing for What are you gonna do for that? You gonna do Eric's?
I think I might just do my dwarves.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eric Shieldgoodson, the return.
Yeah, because I mean, they didn't really get a proper run through last time, but neither did the scouts, actually, to be honest. Liam just kind of went, nah,
churned them.
no scouts for you.
There's I've told you there's a custom.
I played like
Yeah,
a very boring
you're a little bitch in that game. There's a custom. I can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it, so apologies. It's a custom Nazgul battle company.
Yeah, you're telling me about this.
So you start with 3 Nazgul in the battle companies, and it's really interesting. Like, it's really hard to get extra excuse me, Nazgul in it.
So it should be.
So
it's
yeah,
balanced.
so it's really balanced, and like extra Nazgul that come in don't come with might. So the first 3 you have might.
So they just die.
Yeah, basically. And then the next ones that come in don't. But you can buy like the Crown of Morgul, and you can buy a Morgul dagger as well, which is real cool. It's like the upgrades.
Oh, yeah.
But it'd just be really interesting to like put Nazgul onto like the paths of like the knight, and then turning it into the Dark Marshal, or like putting it into like other things like that. That'd be real cool.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see how they have balanced it, because like on paper the Nazgul would demolish a battle company.
Well, they have spells, but like remembering they only have 1 attack, and like
And then they die.
basically,
Yeah.
and they do pop as well.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'd love to see how they balance them, because it goes both ways, right? Like, they would demolish them, but I mean, also, like, how do you sustain a Nazgul through a campaign?
Yeah. Well, I think it's got a special rule that if they die from losing all their will, they don't roll on the casualty thing.
Okay.
So you can kind
They
of put
just
them
come
in combat.
back.
Yeah.
You just lose the scenario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dan says, Buckin says, how many Urks do you have? You got a bunch.
Me? Painted, I've got like 50 or 60. And
That's
then you've
just
got-
standard troops.
And those are just the standard troops.
We've got about
I've
like 20 berserkers or something.
I've got 12.
We have a bunch of plastic ones here, so I think.
Yeah, we got the ones with the torch. Yeah, I've got a few of those.
Heap of crossbow boys.
Yeah, I've got 18 crossbows.
18 crossbows. We have a battering ram. We've got some ladders. We've got all kinds of stuff.
The only thing I don't have, and I really want it, is the ballista.
Yeah, we need to get one of them.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I really want the ballista.
Dan says Aldor and Harleth are perfect releases for that. For Helm's Deep. You like those models, don't you?
I really do.
I still think that Harleth looks like David St. Hubbins from Spinal Tap, and I can't see anything but that.
I don't know who that is. So
You've never seen Spinal Tap?
To the movie?
Yeah.
Aren't they a band?
They're a band.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's a good film. But they look really cool. And Aldor has hilarious rules. 5+ to shoot, but reroll everything.
Yeah.
And shoots first, regardless of heroic shoots.
Totally.
Imagine
That's so funny.
sniping off like an Iron Hills ballista guy. So he is the hard counter to Iron Hills twirly whirlies now, because he fires before them.
That's true. That's true. Not that
So
it's gonna
Aldor meta coming 2020.
Not that he's going to do anything about it.
No, it's
He's
going to be
still got like a Rohan like bow.
James, have the Games Workshop Helm's Deep set from when they were released years ago. Yeah, we have that too through Liam, thankfully.
But our powers combined, we can make a bigger Helm's Deep.
Correct. Buckin, I hope they release that Helm's Deep set. They won't, but it would be awesome. I missed out on it when I was a kid. Is it plastic or is it like a poured resin?
That's reason. Pretty sure it's reason.
Yeah, they might release it. It would cost a ridiculous amount now.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
No, they might. I mean, they didn't release Minas Tirith for Gondor at War, which is the only reason I would say they probably won't.
Did they produce that themselves?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, so there was a Minas Tirith box as well,
Okay.
and they didn't release that for Gondor at War.
True. I didn't think that they made that. I thought that was just a thing that existed in the world.
No, they did do
So
it,
that's
and then
a
like a
Games
whole bunch
Workshop
of third party kind of jumped on it as well. Dan, I'm interested with the Nazgul Battle Company if you can steal characters you successfully kill with a Morgul blade. I'm gonna have to get a drink of water or
Like a
something.
little hobbit wraith
That'd be pretty cool.
for your battle company. That is actually a fantastic idea.
I don't think you can do that, but in Mordheim, if you do play as the Necromancers, you can basically steal characters and stuff from people, which is good fun.
I think that's Nick's plan.
Yeah.
He's playing a like pirates necromancer warband, which is pretty cool.
Everyone loves a good pirate and a Necromancer.
I know, right? Best of both worlds. What you working on, Tom? What you painting?
I'm still working on this tavern.
What you doing? What's next?
God, this fucking thing. I'm gonna have to start slathering some paste onto this barn. So I've got to base the thing.
Paste.
You know the pit filler to like strengthen the base and stuff like that. I'll show you guys where I'm at with this in a second. It's super rough at the moment, but I'm gonna go back and clean everything up eventually. It's just to get some colour on the thing. So it's looking kind of rough at the moment, and the light's not really showing it up properly. But just trying to get some interesting colours in, and like I will weather the hell out of this with some washes and some inks and some pigment powders, and I'll put some little vines and stuff on it as well. But it'll look cool when it's done. Like if you can see this one, that's a little more progressed. You can see kind of weathering and stuff like that on there. How are you going?
I am adding black washes to all of the metallic parts that I've been painting all night. And it's very satisfying adding non-oil to metallics. If anybody has ever done that, they'll know. I remember when I first got into this hobby again a couple of years ago, 2017 I think is when I got back into it. After since I was like a teenager, and like they had washers.
Yes, ink washers kind of thing.
I'd never used washers ever, and I used a wash. And I was like, what the fuck is this cheating? This is too easy. Like, how did I get all these shades in like 2 seconds? Same with dry brushing. I never did dry brushing when I was like a little tyke doing my painting. And when I did it this time, because I like watched videos and stuff, and I saw people do dry brushing, I was like, what?
Magic.
How did you do that so quick?
Dry brushing is really fun.
Yeah, scenery dry brushing is actual crack. Like big gestural strokes. You do it with like a really bright contrasting color and everything just starts popping real quick. I do love it. Love me some painting geek outs.
You are chief painting geek out. So I'm starting to work on this barn. It's a really cool model from Battle Kiwi. So this will be used for our breed table and for the Shire. There's some scenarios that specifically require like a storehouse.
Get to the storehouse!
That's exactly
Do it! What are you waiting for? Come on! Do it!
It's not a hobbit. So, who's Chucky and what does he do? Sorry, my Arnie references are from terrible films. Yours are from good films.
I don't even know the film I'm referencing.
Predator.
Is it?
Yep.
Get to the chopper.
I'm almost certain it's Predator.
He's the only person going for the chopper in Predator.
No,
He's the only one
isn't he
alive.
with like Carl Weathers?
Who?
Her? Carl Weathers. Georgie Costello still going, boys. Yeah, we're still here, George. We have nothing else to do. I mean, if I wasn't on this stream, I would still be doing this anyway, so we may as well talk to people at the same time. And this way I get to hang out with these boys, which is my favourite thing in the world, so... Shut up, Liam.
I get to hang out with my favourites. Shut up!
Shut up, Liam!
Shut up!
You will speak when spoken to. Now buy my shit.
Far out.
I'm in the corner, making no noise and pretending that I don't exist.
Yes, father, I won't make any noise. Liam's are only to be seen, not heard. Dan, I've been recently working through a bunch of high elves, converting and repositioning for more interesting poses, and I found that I really enjoy the physical modelling aspect of this potty.
Oh, this one?
Potty? Hobby. I'm tired, man. My throat hurts. Yeah, like, this game doesn't really lend itself to conversion too much because of, like, the monopose nature of a lot of the models, but...
Talking about Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, like, when you do get to convert something, it does always look pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've done a single conversion in Middle Earth.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just the restrictive nature of...
I mean, it does matter in this game. Like, what weapons they're holding.
Totally,
and
it's
stuff
like
that.
100% what you see is what you get. And, like, you know, it's not like fantasy where it's like, oh, I want my Gondorians to be fire demons.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but you wouldn't make many friends.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I think it gets some weird looks.
And, like, especially, you're using the High Elves as well, which is, like, they are the oldest models in the game and have 2 poses. So,
True, they came out in, like, one of them, what, the second or
2001
third
2001 or something
Battle
like that?
Games of Middle Earth magazine.
Yeah, I remember when they were in bloody, like, White Dwarf for the first time. Because I don't know what game I was trying to play in 2001. It was probably Wartime. Because I liked... There was a model called The Thing, which was like this creature that lived in the forest. And I really liked it.
It's me. The Thing.
Yeah, he's like this weird goat demon. And it came with this cool guy called like the Hunter, who was like this... He had like goat horns and stuff. He was cool. But I remember when the elves came out, and because that first box was like 12 elves and 8, or like 16 elves and like 8 men of Numenor versus 24 goblins. Like, how is that a fair fight? Brendan, Battle Kiwi's great. Yeah, Ollie's awesome. I talked to Ollie quite a bit. He has been really useful for kind of tournament support and stuff like that. And he's also provided the 2x2 mat for our scouring campaign, which is super cool and really cute. Like, it's a 2x2 gaming mat. The thing is adorable.
Yeah, it's crazy how many of those scenarios are on 2x2.
Yeah, 2x2 with a road.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Specifically
2x2 with a road.
Yeah.
Dan, what are your favourite elements of hobbying? Sloan, I think I could probably answer that for you, but I'm not going to because I want
Tournament
you
play.
Yeah, Sloan is a competitive tournament player.
Yeah, 100%.
Just
The
wants
more
to
competitive, the better.
crush noobs.
Totally. I just want to see my enemies driven before me.
And hear the lamentations
Of
of
the
the
women.
Oh, Conan the Musical.
Come, without the two snakes making each other. Something like that. Come, if you are here, please show me the way. Tom enlightened me to
With Conan the Musical.
with the Conan musical, and I've never gone back.
Hear the lamentations of the women.
Hear the lamentations of the women. Cool.
What are favourite elements, Sloan? You can go first,
So
man.
yeah, no, for sure, it's the painting. It's the painting. I hate assembling. I hate
Fuck me too.
cleaning up miniatures. Gaming is pretty awesome when you've got a good bunch of people to do it with. And you know, like the atmosphere is right. Like Tom, we're being very sarcastic. I'm not big on tournaments. It kind of really messes with me.
Yep.
I get like I'm not there to win, but I hate losing.
Because you put so much effort into what you do.
Oh yeah, that's part of it. But also it's just my nature. Like I really hate making a mistake and
Yes.
knowing that I made that mistake.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just
100%.
a hard thing to like deal with for me, and just kind of eats me up. And that kind of thing is, well, you know, it's not conducive to a positive feedback loop. You know, when you're like trying to, you know, this hobby is meant to be fun.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, you invest a lot of time and money into it.
Totally. Like
You want it to
put a
have.
lot of energy into it. And
This is going to sound like a cop-out for me saying it, but my favourite aspect of hobbying is the community. I suffer from some quite extreme anxiety and some mental health things, like generalized anxiety disorder. and hobby has been my avenue as kind of like a self-treatment for that. Those who know me well in the New Zealand community know how passionate I am about this kind of thing. Like, that's why Big Wars is to raise money for the Mental Health Foundation and everything like that. Just because there's a lot of people in our community that do suffer from mental health kind of issues in various capacities, and like since getting into the New Zealand Hobbit League, it's the scenario that I've it's the community that I've gotten involved with the most, and I've had the most like passion to do stuff with, and I get really excited to go to tournaments, which is something I haven't really been, just specifically to get to hang out with the people.
Jeez, Tom, that is a cop out.
Yeah, sorry. You know what I love? I love the bitches and blow. all those Middle Earth groupies that we get. The failed judge groupies, the FCGs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All of them.
We haven't even started with the
yeah, so the community, Sloane's pain, and Liam just loves spending cold hard cash. He loves to flaunt.
He gives my life meaning, right?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're the eternal capitalist.
I do feel that sometimes. I mean, sometimes speeding on this hobby does just make you feel good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no denying that for me. That sometimes if I'm having a rough day, or even if I'm having a really good day, exactly what I like. That's not what I need. It's exactly what I want is to just go and buy something for myself, and like I have it. Like, I might not plan on painting it anytime soon, or maybe I do and I just don't get around to it. Doesn't really matter. There's just something quite fun with being like, I want that, I'm
gonna get it. I'm gonna treat myself.
And Tom and I are huge suckers for a good deal.
Yes, much so. And but it's like, it's fine because we have the station of Liam to buy our stuff. So Matt has head off. Thanks so much for joining us, Matt. You've probably gone by now, buddy. But like, again, thank you so much. And like, I'm assuming you are the correct Matt that I'm talking about. And thank you so much for everything that you've done for the New Zealand Hobbit League. Like, as a coordinator, I know it's not an easy thing what you've been doing. And mate, you've done an awesome job. Like, you've kept this amazing community together. So thank you so much, man. And I will talk to you soon. I'm going to be helping Matt set up boards for finals. Which is why I need to get some of this stuff done because I need to give them some boards.
Ooh, good moth friend.
Hi, moth friend. It's Mothra. Brendan recently got some Battle Keys Legion terrain. It looks great, just put together out of the box. Yeah, like his Legion terrain is amazing. Yeah, like this barn. I'll stick the lid on it for you. If anyone's wondering, I'm using polyfill on the base to give it some texture, and it also makes it incredibly strong. Much like Liam and Sloane.
Basic.
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 Strong. So this is the barn when it's all done. It's a pretty monstrous kit. It looks real cool. And I've got some little plastic farm animals from Warlords, which I'm going to stick in there as well, which is real cool. Yeah. So that's done.
We were talking about, because Declan's doing that, like, Heroes tournament next year, which is going to be really fun.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, for the king, yeah. And I want to take my fellowship because I've never really like properly done anything with my fellowship. Totally. So I want to take my fellowship, but I don't have a build pony. A build pony would be like perfect.
You can use build the chicken.
So I might do build the build pick. I might just like.
Well, I can build a pick, and I've got some backpacks and stuff you can strap to them.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that'd be even easier. I was gonna bring stuff. But yeah.
Anyone gets Sloane to Secret Santa and he's like a pony.
An actual pony. Holy shit! No, don't get me started. George asks, would you paint if you didn't game Sloane? You do both anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play my first game until like after a year of the hobby. And like a lot of things I paint, I might play with like once. Like painted a Fire Slayer's army and took it to one tournament and it was up for sale that night. Like, what was the question?
Would you paint if you didn't game? Like, would you just be a hobbyist?
I don't think I would.
No?
I don't think I could just be a pure painter. Like you, Tom, I also like the social side of things. especially like I said with the right crew, which we're very fortunate in New Zealand that pretty much everyone fits the bill for the right crew.
Correct.
Everyone's pretty cool. So no, I don't think I would just be a painter. I do like taking to the table and rolling some dice and actually playing some games with them. Would I be a painter if I never did a tournament? Yes. I could quite easily just say no to every tournament ever again and just kind of like stick to like social stuff. Like I had a game over the weekend with a good mate and it was fantastic. It was a really good time. Looking forward to more of that.
Well, you might get like me and you find a passion in tournament organising.
Maybe.
Because like after hosting Little Wars,
Pretty disorganized, man.
you're looking at me, my life is a shambles. I enjoyed that far more than any tournament I've ever been to. And like as I said, like I enjoy going to tournaments for the New Zealand Hobbit League because I really enjoy the people, and it's nice to get to see friends and like people who I haven't seen in a long time. James, that's why I've made as many orders as I have recently. James, yeah, I know we're not very good for you because we keep telling you to buy stuff, and we're not very good at
What's that?
financial stuff.
And that's why I've made as many orders as I
Yeah.
have recently.
Just the feel
Why
good
is
factor
what?
of buying.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing.
I mean, it is, but also like YOLO, man.
YOLO, exactly,
Live your best life.
100%. If it makes you
really is necessary sometimes, right?
if it makes you happy, yeah,
Yeah.
retail
I
therapy.
remember my first week in the new job.
Yeah.
And it was stressful as all hell. And,
Yeah.
and I went. I was like, I'm just going to go and drop a truckload of money at Games Workshop right now on my lunch break.
On
because
Tom's
I
own.
want to feel really good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
sweet, dude.
I've done it.
I'm just glad that
How cool
I'm
is that
pumping
thing?
through them
Yeah,
quickly.
what are they?
The Angmar rocks.
I'm trying
Oh,
to pump through them quickly because I'm playing Eli tomorrow.
Yeah, Liam's painting Angmar rocks and they're looking really cool. You see
yeah,
some
that's a
contrast.
nice green. What is that green?
The Dark Angel screen.
Oh yeah.
Looks nice.
It's not as Dark Angels as I
I was
thought. It's
expecting,
actually
yeah.
looking a little more natural.
Buckin says, "Woo, I've done it. Ordered me a shirt. Cheers, dude.
Ah,
Nice work. What color did you get? Is it cool rose like mine,
Or is it badass black?
or rose?
Or black?
Blick.
That's a joke no one will get.
Dan, right guys, we're heading off as well. Just got to work. All right, Dan, have a good day at work, man.
Enjoy.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
It's
tuning
an
in.
absolute pleasure. Hopefully, work's not too sucky. Shit, we're almost at 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, so yeah.
Crushing it. What else am I
I
going
had
to?
budgeted for 3.
Yeah, that's fine. 3 works for me.
Well, I don't know if I'll make it to 3, but I thought 3 would be a good number.
Do you need anything? Can I get you anything to drink?
Nah. I'm all good, man.
Liam, do you need anything?
I'm alright. Thank you, Dan.
I might just go grab a drink. Can you entertain the masses?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
It's going to be
Awkward silence.
a moment of silence until Tom's back.
We have a
I'm
minute
excellent.
of silence for John Lorman.
Okay, like, I get it.
Do you know?
I get it. Like, he's gone. But also, the joke was good at the time.
It was. I did appreciate it. And it took me a few seconds, and I was like, hold on.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to like permanently replace my go-to sports person with like Tana Umaga. Is he still around?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay, well that's all I need. That's all I need.
There's a-
It can only go uphill from Jonah. Anyway, enough dwelling on that. I'm making progress on these awful gates. They're gonna look great when they're done, but they are awful to like paint. Like you've got to like navigate in and out of every little rung.
I
Oh,
see.
it's so awful. And my brush gets like caught on everything, and like you get these like weird pulling because I'm adding in the wash at the moment, so it's like pulling up at the very bottom of these rails rather than kind of like pulling up in the nice bladed edges of them. It's a pain in the butt. Badass black. I spoiled a lot of food. Yeah, good call. Yeah, the pink won't last long, especially with summer coming up. It'll be brown. Sunblock and sweat.
Yeah, I would not wear a light-coloured version of these to a tournament.
Yeah, no,
Because it
yeah,
would change colour.
totally.
Yeah,
You'd see through it.
I sweat so much at tournaments.
Yeah, no, me too, man.
Smelly boy.
Yeah, it's
I do as
not
well.
pleasant. Must be off-putting for whoever I'm playing.
So
Oh, I reckon,
deploying
you know,
chemical
Gotta
warfare.
use it to my advantage. Yeah.
I reckon, yeah,
Biological warfare.
when you like partners and stuff like that when they come to tournaments and they haven't been like in and amongst that smell since it started, and they just like pop in halfway. They must absolutely gag at how awful it must smell.
Yeah.
They come in at like 2:00. Everybody's like halfway through round 3.
You've acclimatized to it.
Yeah. We've been like coming through it slowly. They just rock up, and it's just like having
your senses.
yeah, salting your nostrils. Yeah, 100% what it is.
Nerd funk.
The funk, yeah,
Just a good old nerd funk.
the hobby funk.
I don't know if that's someone being shot or if that is fireworks going off. It's hard to tell in the hut. Buckin says, badass black, I spill a lot of food.
Yeah. That's where the whole like hobby T-shirt chat came from.
Brendan, silly question, will there be t-shirts with a bigger FCG logo?
Well, see, we're actually just talking about this today. I'm going to be whipping up some cool designs using the logo. Maybe doing something a little bit different. Maybe coming up with a cool little graphic that uses the pattern, that uses the style, but won't be explicitly the logo. I'll have a logo on it somewhere because we're brand whores, but...
Yeah. I mean, you designed the coolest logo I've seen in a long time, so I want to put it on stuff. I mean, the shirts that we've produced now were originally proof of concepts, and then, like, a whole bunch of people bought them, and we're like, okay, well, that's cool. So we continued to sell them.
All proceeds go to us.
Yep, which is nice.
Actually, not really. Like, Digitees take a little bit, don't they?
They do, but I mean, we
They
still get paid for the
them.
shirts.
They make them.
But
So.
we make a pretty good margin on them, which is nice. But they do make them. So, and we're not paying anything for the hosting or anything.
And the good thing is, like, they're made to order, so we're not like.
We didn't have to buy like 400.
Yeah, we're not destroying the environment to make like
Are there
500
plans?
teas that sit in a warehouse.
You can make any other merchandise?
Siglets.
We're looking at dice.
Are you going to limit the amount of dice so that they suddenly go on eBay for like 4 times the price?
Yep, that's the plan. We're going to sell them out.
Limited edition, yeah, we've already planned it out.
What else have we been looking at, Simon?
Well, we've got the dice tray,
We have the dice tray.
and we'd like to do a few more of those.
Yeah.
Maybe as something, I don't know, maybe that could be a Patreon incentive. You can get, like some merchandise or something like that. I don't know. Depends what people
We've
are
got to talk
interested
to
in.
Battle Kiwi and see if he wants to collaborate.
Yeah. It'll definitely be those sorts of things from Battle Kiwi make for really good prizes. At, like,
Yeah,
Big
as I
Wars.
said, that was cool at Little Wars. That was a very cool prize.
Yeah, getting some little things like that. Like I don't know, maybe we'll do like 3, 4, 5, 6 inch measuring sticks, those sorts of things.
Yeah, just useful things like that.
Yeah, those are always nice. I think everybody appreciates those and they all use them. I know I do.
I mean, I just think it's cool that people want to wear our shirts. Like, that breaks my mind.
Do you know what we could do?
What could we do?
Do FCG dungarees.
Dungarees, nice classics.
Wear them while you're doing your hobby.
I like it.
Don't get your clothes dirty. Get stuck in with fail charge games.
Beautiful. We've talked about shirts for Big Wars as well, haven't we?
Yeah, team good, team bad.
Team good, team evil.
Absolutely.
But that kind of depends on your ability to design at the time, if you've got time to do it and stuff like that.
Nothing like bathing in the smell all day. Yeah, totally. You don't notice it by the end of the day. You're just like, these are my boys.
That's because your nose is like acrid burning smell.
You've
It's
lost
also
all
tribal.
sense.
It's also like a tribalism thing. It's like releasing nerd pheromones to like alert other people that you're not like an alpha male. So
I was just gonna say it's like a
They do.
mating deterrent.
yeah, they don't think you're a predator. So like it's okay, guys. I'm just as beta as everybody else here.
Wow.
Hey man, I'm allowed to say that. Nothing like some self-loathing. James, can't wait for those glow-in-the-dark FCG dice. Well, no, ours are going to... they're going to be made of Vanta Black, which is the ultimate black. Have you ever seen Vanta Black?
I don't think so.
Vanta Black is like
So
the
it's
colour
literally just going to be dots on the
that's
table.
so black that it is void of all light.
Wow.
So it's the
Can
dark...
you make stuff in there?
Yeah, it's the darkest colour you can make.
They're going to be hella expensive dice.
So, yeah, it will be very expensive because
And you'll never know what you
Can
rolled.
you'll never know what you've rolled. All of the pips will also be in one shade lighter than Vanta Black.
99%.
99% Vanta Black. So, good luck. Yeah, the guy who made Vanta Black has, like, copyrighted it for, like, an absurd amount because like there's so many like military applications and stuff for it because it is like essentially a black hole.
Interesting with those like patents. You're only allowed to do that for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, eventually, Wish.com is going to be printing in Vantablack.
Oh, I can finally get my cat gimp mask in fucking Vantablack. Perfect.
I love those ads so much. I do not know where they get their like photography and stuff from.
Yeah, imagine being a stock model and being like, okay, you're gonna wear this weird gas mask and nappy ensemble, and then we're gonna put it on Wish.
Yeah.
This is why you should never sign up to be a stock photography model.
Yeah, you never know where you end up.
You never know where you end up. There's some funny stories of those. James, isn't that extremely toxic? Only if you use them. The dice.
I thought you were talking about the gimp masks for your
I mean,
cat.
they're toxic too. I'm not sure. I haven't eaten Vantablack before. But I wouldn't recommend. I do normally test things with my mouth though. So.
Have you ever had activated charcoal as like a flavour?
I've had activated charcoal in more places than you want to know.
No, Tom, you're wrong. I want to know.
So when I was really little, I ingested a whole bunch of pills,
Mm-hmm.
thinking they were delicious sweets.
Yeah.
So I had to get rushed to the emergency room, and they put activated charcoal up my nose, so it induced vomiting.
Oh, well, that's not as bad as I thought. That's just a tragic tale of a young man left alone.
It is. 21st birthdays. What else? And it's also used for various other things. Brendan, I'm going to head off now, guys. Lovely chatting with you all. Thanks for joining us, Brendan.
Thanks for tuning in, Brendan.
From the start, I'm amazed you've made it 2 hours and 1 minute of this kind of nonsense.
I hope you were as productive as we were.
We're actually doing stuff.
I know.
I haven't been this productive probably since I got back into the hobby.
We should probably do this more often, huh?
I agree. I'm actually getting stuff done. Who would have thought that doing stuff with your best mates would get shit done? But they were unavailable, so you guys are here.
Thanks so much, Brendan. Catch you next time, my dude. I'm heartbroken that you're choosing Team Evil, but hey.
You're getting Liam, though.
I am getting Liam. And I'm getting me.
I don't think James has told anyone who he's actually joining. I think he said yes to Team Evil, but I think he just didn't want to hurt my feelings.
What's his Team Evil army?
I don't know. James is like us. He has like 8,000 armies.
Does he? I thought he'd like just started.
We have MJT88. What are we working on, boys? Oh man, so much stuff.
Cool,
Thanks for joining us. I am painting the tavern for our Scouring of the Shire campaign, the appropriately called Prancing Georgie, after the guy who donated it to the channel. So thank you so much, George.
I'm painting these Mausoleum kits from Games Workshop. These are for an upcoming Mordheim campaign. We might do that on the channel. We might not do it on the channel at
We might do
first.
some of it, yeah. We'll get a practice in.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've played it.
Totally, and
I'm
there's
also
going to be
doing
a lot of people as well, so we'll have to
Yes,
rethink the setup.
I'm also doing some Hobbit holes, just finishing off this one. It is a little bit behind where the other ones are at, so we need to get it up to date. And just kind of generally just doing bits and bobs on various terrain pieces, trying to get them ready.
Yeah, the priority for us at Fail Charge at the moment is getting our scenes ready for the Shire and Rohan.
Yes.
The Shire being the bigger priority, obviously, with it already being out, and with us having a lot of content already. Sorry, not content. Assets. Like we've got a lot of hobbits, we've got a lot of ruffians.
We've got all the Forge World models now.
Tom, how many ruffians have you got, mate?
Nice.
Currently 24.
How many are you gonna have?
80 something.
Not enough.
Not enough. Not enough for an 800 point army.
No, which is shocking.
I know, right? That's gonna break my mind. But yeah, I've got about 80 something now.
Yeah. So.
Hey, is your poll finished for your
Not yet,
2020 good army?
No, I haven't even started the poll. I'm still taking suggestions to go on the poll.
Jump on with your suggestions.
Yeah, for those guys who are in the chat who haven't kind of seen my post, I'm looking for a good army for 2020. I want something that's kind of themey and fun and not like over competitive or over represented, and preferably not an elf or Dale.
So James has just come on and corrected me there. He's been in it since he was a kid. Right on. I think actually when I met you, James, in Hamilton, you did say that. You did tell me that you've been into it and you're looking to get back into it.
Yeah, James was sitting off to the side when we were in Hamilton, hanging around Julia and Desire.
Yeah.
They were chaperoning him.
So yeah, no, understandable. And Isengard, what a good time to be an Isengard player.
Hell yes.
I hope you get those painted up. You said they're all sitting in boxes.
You need to amend that immediately.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so much fun to paint. Like, Urukai are probably top 5 of my favourite things to paint. I've painted a lot of things.
Yes, Sloan paints constantly. He's painting right now.
Yeah, Urukai, just so much fun. You know, really like a really simple scheme, which is a great start. And then, you know, really dirty armor, dirty skin.
Dirty.
There's a little bit of opportunity for free hands with the Saruman white hands.
The actual hands.
Totally, yeah. And you know, scratching up and denting all of your armor to make it look like they've been through some like really bad forging process. Yeah, and then you know, the basing is you've got lots of opportunities. They trample a lot of ground. You've got the mud, you've got the arm on hand stuff, you've got like the beach if you want to do that. Like, there's heaps of cool things that you can do with them.
The beach?
Yeah. You know, like over by arm on hand there's the river.
Oh,
You know, when they're like running.
Isengard at the beach.
Oh yeah, you know, when they go on
Holiday,
vacation, Saruman gives them some leave. You know, Lurtz cracks open the rum.
I like to think that in Saruman stuff it like unfolds into an umbrella. Well, he's very white.
I
You know,
thought,
like
I
he
thought
would
you were
have
going to
burnt.
say it like pops open and there's a little flask. Oh my god, look how much. It was brand new tonight.
Jesus.
It was brand new tonight. I don't know if you can see that.
It is good it's magic stuff though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there was no other way to do it. I had to bite the bullet and buy a whole new thing just to like cover the scenery and.
Do you think I should do a Shabti or a skeleton bone just to do like a blast?
Off like a dry brush?
Yeah.
Either or, man.
Do
What do you
Shabti.
yeah, it'll be easier to dap in.
What else we got? James ordered a lot of Hella armies this year, yes. Most of my evil is Angmar and Isengard, then a million good armies. George, jumping on Team Evil bandwagon. Oh, glad to have you aboard, George.
Don't do that.
You okay?
That's what Team Good thinks of Team Evil.
Ooh, bad start. Bucking, good army I've never seen. You could start Arnor. We have a surprising amount of Arnor players.
Right?
In the New Zealand League. Yeah, we've got Stephen, we've got Taylor down in Wellington, and we also have Matt in Christchurch as well, who played. Josiah probably has Arnor.
Probably has Arnor. I know, I'm thinking of he's got fiefdoms. He's got a lot of fiefdoms there.
So there is actually quite a lot of Arnor out there, and I do like some of the models, but I don't like how reliant they are on Malbeth to work. That doesn't really interest me that much. But I'll add it to the poll.
Arnor.
Yeah, met you guys at OTT, and that's when everything took a change. That's when we started convincing you to just buy everything, James.
Your biggest mistake was joining the trade page.
Exactly right. Isengard is the plan for after finals. Yeah, I think with
Good shit.
Rohan and War, that's probably the best opportunity. Bucking, or do a blue wizard theme Easterling Haradrim army that chose to follow the blue wizards rather than Sauron. Get a bit creative with the colour scheme and paint Sharky Malbeth as a blue wizard.
Wow.
Okay, that is out
Are
there.
there rules for the blue wizards?
Alatar and Palando.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Could you adapt a profile?
You probably could.
I could think
Radagast
something.
probably. Between Radagast and Gandalf, you could find something.
Yeah, it would just be a matter of how it would work as a mechanical army. Like, I don't know, maybe do it as like... I don't know, we'll add it to the list, because that's kind of
Do
interesting.
you know what they could? We could run into the blue wizards in our narrative campaign, and you could write them as like a solo thing. You don't have to worry about an army. That could be cool.
I can do that.
Oh, I'm just spitballing. Oh yeah.
I like that idea though. We'll add it to the list. I suggested, because I want to add some of my own kind of choices that I've been thinking about. One is like a Gondor Civil War army. So kind of looking at the earliest stewards and stuff like that. What's his name? I can't even remember his bloody name. Is it Kyrian? Not Kyrian.
No, he's the
I was literally reading
Yeah, I've forgotten the names.
appendices recently too.
Hey James, what part of Isengard are you planning on doing? Because there's a lot. Like Tom's got Isengard, but he's got a very different Isengard to me. Like,
Yeah.
he's gone all scouts.
I
I've
run
gone all
mostly
warriors.
scouts, yeah.
I've even got like some trolls. I got Saruman. Like, it's all over the place.
You can pass me over.
I can. Tom, there you go.
I'm off. Okay.
Well, looks like it's back to metal. Now that these have dried.
It's a really sketchy old brush. Not sure how it's gonna work.
Scratchy.
Should be okay.
It looks like it felt really nice on your skin though.
Don't know what to say to that.
Well, you know what I mean? Like it looks quite like soothing to go scratch, scratch, scratch on your hand. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I'm really conscious of the fact you can probably hear this.
No, because it sounds really soothing. Like, scratch, scratch, scratch,
Welcome to
scratch.
the MESBG ASMR
It's the
channel.
ASMR edition.
It sounds like you're like exfoliating your back. It does.
well, it does.
Close your eyes.
It's
Can you
simply
not-
on the
can you not
defensive.
picture it?
Sorry,
No,
if you
you're
didn't hear
right.
what Liam just said, he said this sounds like exfoliating your back.
Which he's not wrong.
But
Like, I
that's
get it. But it was an odd thing to
say.
hear.
Yeah.
Because I've never once, I think,
Exfoliated your back?
or even spoken those words in that order.
It is English, just not English I'm familiar with.
Yeah, it's just, I've never heard that
Stephen,
sentence.
I'm sorry, Tom. Hashtag team good.
My guy. My guy. Come and join my, well, I mean, I don't even know what I'll be playing, but,
You're TOing.
oh, I might play.
You might play.
Remember we were talking about, like, all sorts of little hidden things that we could do as TOs to kind of, like,
Correct.
get ourselves in there.
Some cheeky little things.
Some cheeky shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Mainly rigging the play order so that we get games and other people don't.
Yep. Telling people the wrong address, so like we have to play pickup games.
Yeah. Oh, Liam, sorry, you're not playing this round, man. Oh no, it's just the numbers.
Yeah, it's in Wainumiata.
Hey Tom, you and me.
We got this. I have a bit of everything at the moment apart from the Dunland side. Just need a troll, a new Saruman, or whatever new Isengard stuff they bring out. Yeah, I'm hoping they bring out Dunland as well. Dunland will be another one of my armies.
I just picked up Tom Thryden as a little gift.
Thank you, Sloan.
Saw it on Trade Me and I was like, yo! How often do you see a Thryden? I'm just gonna grab it.
Is that ale still up there?
No, I don't think so.
Stephen, buy that ale.
Man, I'm not a fan of that model line.
Neither.
I like it.
I don't like it.
I think it's real cool.
Maybe it's the way I've seen it painted, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. And I don't know, I think like just that the idea of an AOL list to me seems like it would be super one-dimensional. Like, not that a Riders of Rohan list isn't one-dimensional, but at least you've got lots of other options. But as soon as you put AOL in there, and you're like, well, I guess I'm doing Sons of AOL.
Ale.
AOL.
Ale. I mean, I'd buy him just for that.
Be a battle cry.
Ale.
AOL.
George, going to shoot off for the night. Looking forward to catching up with you fellas at the final. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thanks so much for joining us, George.
Catch you later, mate.
Absolute pleasure, man. We'll see you at the finals.
See ya, Georgie.
Bye, ya, Georgie. Baloo. James, really hope they bring out an armored Uruk character. Too many scout heroes, just something nice and tanky. Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Absolutely.
I think. What would you call him?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, literally any combination of G, R, Z, O, and...
Buzzgrass.
Yeah, like, pick a couple of letters, put them in any order, and
No.
you've got an Uruk-hai name.
Sloan, we're going to go into our back catalogue. You know who it's going to be, right?
Who?
Flirts. I think that was like episode 2 or something of our fucking videos.
No, it was the Battle Companies.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Because I
that
was
one?
using,
Yeah,
cause I was using
Flirts.
Flirts,
That's right.
but he wasn't Flirts as himself. He was
Yeah.
role-playing as Flirts.
So it's Flirts. He's going to be the new tanky boy. Good old
I
Flirts.
wonder if the camera just picked up that noise I made with my mouth.
fucking, yeah, so that Thryden really wanted it, then boom, gone. Yeah, you gotta be quick to get...
Yeah, sorry. Tom and I have got, like, updates on our phones at all times for trade posts.
Yeah. We harvest that page.
It's for the channel.
It's for the channel. It's for your enjoyment. So really, if you buy stuff, you're taking it away from everybody else, guys. So just give everything to us, and we will...
Yeah. Be guilty. Be very guilty.
Use it and sell it.
Use it and then sell it to Liam. Because that's how we roll.
I mean, to be fair, Liam does get a lot of use out of it.
He
so
does. And then he pays us to paint them for him. Sometimes.
I don't know. I mean, the way he's going, he doesn't need a
I
commission.
know.
painter
What's
anymore.
going on?
Like I said, this
We're going to have to
is-
commission Liam to paint shit for me.
Yeah, actually, Liam, do you mind painting my
Yeah,
moral?
Liam, do you want to paint some of my armies, man?
Do you want to paint your Iron Hills?
Tom, did you buy his Iron Hills?
No.
I will.
It was a joke.
No.
And then I'll sell them. I have a buyer. MJT88. Who are you, by the way, MJT88? I can't keep calling you MJT88. Should we...
That's his name.
We'll call him Midget. No, I can't, shit, I can't call him that. Jesus. Sorry, I realized as soon as I said that.
Edit it in post.
We'll fix it in post. I found a mounted and foot version of Thryden 2. Such a sick model. Yeah, that is a cool model.
Which one?
Mounted Thryden.
Oh, yeah, love it.
I mean, I love Vikings
Totally,
and that kind of
it's the
stuff.
Vikings,
That's
it's
why I hang
fine.
out with Sloane so much, because I just look at him and I'm like, oh, Ragnar, my heart.
I don't have the Ragnar haircut anymore.
Used to.
I'm kind of more like a young Bjorn.
Bjorn. Bjorn and Earl.
Bjorn.
Bjorn and Earl.
Bjorn Ironside. Oh my god.
Anyone want to buy 72 orcs? Lol.
Are they painted?
Liam asked if they're painted, Buckin. James Carver suggests Big Nuts for the orc hero name.
Big nuts.
Big Nuts. How childish do you think we are, James?
Jesus.
Big Nuts is pretty good. Hey, we might have to copyright that.
I don't know. Why don't we just call them massive testes?
Massive testes, the orc.
Massive testes, the orc.
I like it.
I just had to one up you.
What do you reckon?
Oh, that looks phenomenal.
Like, I'll paint that brass and just pick out some of the little highlights and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't think we need to do anything more than that.
No, it looks awesome. Show the camera. Get it in there.
Just really quick, like, extreme highlighting on the hobbit holes.
That's all. That's all. Like I think
yeah, that's all it
scenery
needs.
needs. You know, it's just like
Just needs to be effective.
just a cheeky blast.
Cheeky blast.
Just a cheeky blast.
That was
just,
my nickname in high school.
Just give it a cheeky brush blast.
Thanks, Liam. I like having you here. You laugh at my jokes.
I don't know what. I think. Do I just sigh? I don't know.
Yeah, you make that weird noise with your mouth again.
I don't know. I say enough stupid shit.
James Carver, this video has been removed due to offensive content.
Oh, if he reports us.
Don't report us, James. I need to feed my wife and family.
Gorilla, is that you?
Gorilla? Bucking most unpainted Liam.
Well, I was kidding. I'm sorry.
He was kidding, but secretly he's not kidding.
No, not orcs. I need orcs.
He says as he paints orcs. Never
I don't
orcs.
need any more orcs. Do you know how many other orcs I've got sitting in my freaking bits box at home?
How many do you have? Do you have any Moranites?
No.
Oh, you sold them
I
all.
sold them all to you.
Oh shit, you did too.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I just gifted them to the channel
That's right.
when I paid Sloane to paint Snog.
How's that going?
I don't fucking know. Sloane.
It's right behind you, man. It's right behind you, Liam. Look.
He's made progress.
He's moved from the bottom shelf to the top shelf.
Hey, that's progress, man.
Yeah,
You know, it means that we haven't forgotten about him.
We are getting there.
It's alright.
By say we, I mean I still need to remind Sloane.
Oh, there's no reminding. I don't sleep because of it.
You stay up at night. Just
The guilt of having $650 in my account and then not having $650 in my account because I decided to collect Moria, and then still having not painted Snog.
oh my god, I can't read that name from here. Zolt Jakai. What a cool name. I hope that's your real name.
Salt.
Zolt Jakai. Hi, when do you plan to run your next tournament? Do you have it every year around the same time?
Probably will be Little Wars, eh?
Yeah,
Recurring
well,
thing.
Big Wars will be the next one.
Yep.
So Big Wars will be happening in March. We're very creative with our names for tournaments over here. So Big Wars will be a 2-day tournament, and I imagine I'll be running Little Wars again at the end of the year because I really enjoyed that format. And I think everyone else did as well.
Oh, I had so much fun. I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, you get your ass kicked, but you had a lot of fun.
So I couldn't make it as per as the tradition with tournaments that I really want to go to.
You'll make it?
I couldn't make it this year.
No, you couldn't make it. No.
Where was
so
I this time?
you were in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
It was that. Remember that period where you were like constantly going to Australia?
Yeah.
You poor thing. I mean, most of it's on fire at the moment, so I wouldn't go back.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know I was over in Sydney and that was happening, and I did not find out once while I was over there.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I came back and I was like, "Oh, did you see any fires?" And I was like, "What?"
One of the places is like right near where I used to live.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
Where's
I
that?
broke this chimney. Sunshine Coast.
Oh yeah.
Buckin trying to sell them. Already got 144 orcs, so thought I would get rid of half. Were you a War of the Ring player, or was that what it's called? War of the Ring, like the massive battles one?
Oh man, I remember that.
Because like
I love
I've met a few War of the Ring players who have the most obscene collections. Like I've got 10,000 bloody Gondorian warriors. I'm like, oh okay, that's cool.
I would actually love that with Urukai. I'm not even kidding. I would love that many Urukai. An army worthy of Sauron.
An army worthy.
like a relief of Helm's Deep. War of the Ring army where it was like Gandalf and Erkenbrand and just thousands of riders. And, oh my god,
You had that?
So cool. I'm gonna sold it.
Were they like actual riders, or was it like those little scale ones? You remember that? Like little era of board games as well? You not seen that?
No.
And you get like little regiments of like 20. It's like on a base. They're like way smaller. They're like 1 to... What's the scale? 1 to 72?
1 to 28 for us. Oh no, 28 mil. 1 to 72, yeah. Can you please pass me the next one? Zolt Jakai, I really like your battle reports, by the way. Keep up the good work, guys.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Jinx. Thanks so much. Now you can talk. Sorry.
We will be releasing more soon. We've got a whole narrative
I am a
campaign coming.
child.
I mean, I giggled at Big Nuts, so
You did.
I can't talk.
You did giggle at Big Nuts.
Yeah, we got a lot of battle reports coming. I've missed them. You've missed them. I still need to remember how to play before finals.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
been a
that
while.
could be a good opportunity. I'll give you a test game.
James says, remember that time Liam said we'll quickly smash James and then go for lunch? Good times. How'd that go for you?
Fuck. I have nothing. I can't even remember saying that, but that definitely
It's on video.
That definitely sounds like something I would say.
It's on the tournament report video.
Was that when this King's Champion just like walked through my bowl?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, because you were holding onto the camera while you said it, so it's nice and clear
Oh,
on the
can't
microphone.
wait to take my King's
I
Champion
love
spin.
trash talking. Trash talking was like
This is why I'm sad you're not on Team Mingle.
elements. Yeah, you can trash talk me.
Buckin, no, unfortunately I left the hobby before War of the Ring came around. When I started getting back into it last year, I bought a whole bunch of bundles and they contained orcs. They piled up pretty fast. Yeah, they're a bit like that. The humble orc is still good though. Like, I really like orcs.
Nothing on Urukai.
They're not meant to be though,
I just mean in all aspects.
in all aspects.
I love Urukai.
Yeah, Urukai. I mean, you know how I feel about Mordor Uruks. Like,
Can we do a live stream list? Because I need to run 800-point list for tomorrow. I need to
Oh my god, everyone, let's write Liam's list.
alright, guys, can you all write an 800-point Angmar list?
No, just everybody pick a unit and
Add
Liam's
it.
going to run it.
Yeah. Because Liam has a game tomorrow and he doesn't know how to play Angmar.
Are you playing Angmar tomorrow? Oh, of course, you're playing
And I've
Angmar
never
as well.
played a spellcaster. let alone-
Oh my god.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't played many, but Saruman and Gandalf is about it.
So should I start trash
You're
talking?
fucking Saruman though when you're yeeting all of my knights all
Oh,
over the
when
place.
I finally remembered that he had the reroll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the white wizard thing.
Yeah.
That was so big.
Because I pick up my Gulliver tomorrow. So
Oh, is it at the store?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm running lots of ways.
Gulliver is looking like a bit of a meta thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, Steven suggests Wild Chieftain.
Don't have.
Yeah, the one model you don't have.
Do you guys have one?
No.
Any wog.
Any
Could be
wog.
a wog chieftain.
He doesn't have any wives anymore.
Uh,
I forgot what the question was. What was the question?
Cool, something.
Meta.
Yeah, Gulliver is in the meta. It's just such a good model. Especially when it doesn't have to be a leader. Because like then you can just throw it in like crazy willy-nilly and just go like hack everything up, you know. Bucky Duck says, get the Lark Chieftain so damn good, and the Troll Chieftain. Troll Chieftain's just model though, but Birder's pretty cool.
Does it mean good?
I don't know if he needs Birder or the Troll
I think
Chieftain.
he
He must be Birder, I would say.
He is a Troll Chieftain, isn't he?
I guess so.
He's like a hero and...
Yeah. K-Fell's a good one because I got Burley. Have you assembled yours?
No.
I guess you can one things.
They went into bubble wrap and into a drawer, and here they shall stay
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future while I focus on some other things. But it's good to have some cave shells under our belt.
Just useful for
Yeah,
things.
use them a lot less.
They will be in our narrative campaign as well.
Of course. You said you needed some cave shells earlier.
Yeah.
Buchan says, Barrow White's Paralyze is so damn good, keep them close to your orcs so they will cause terror and power up Witch King.
You're welcome to borrow them. If you paint them.
You're welcome to borrow the smell.
Man.
That's not really my thing, man.
The
last one.
So guys, we're probably going to go for about another half hour. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
So another half hour for us guys, so if you have any questions or anything like that you want to know, or if you just want to talk shit with us, feel free. This is the update. I am dry brushing hog holes.
I am now painting your grey ruse seal.
James had a play around with Angmar a few weeks ago. Dead Marsh Spectres are great for pushing enemies away from objectives with File.Bat.
Cool.
You're flying through these, dude. I'm so amazed at how fast you're going.
Contrast is legit.
Yeah, man.
Except when I use it. I'm still really slow with it. I'm the world's slowest painter, I swear to God.
Okay, so we
You
need
do
to
it
establish king animals. I'm going to take tangents just because I hate playing with them and stuff.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, I'm going to build the school art tomorrow morning, but I don't want to use it.
Zolt Jakai, what would you like to see most in the war in Rohan? What would you like to see?
Urukai Legendary Legions.
100%.
Which I think is
The big
a
thing,
given, but...
big thing I want is siege rules, because they have really basic siege rules in the main rulebook, but it doesn't give you any like stats for walls, doors, gates, barricades. Like they all used to be in like
No, they do. They're like strength 10, 3 wounds, aren't they? Defense 10.
they are, but that's
Yeah,
not
but
that's not mentioned. Like they just had like walls and houses and stuff like that are all the same kind of flat thing.
Yeah,
But
it is
in,
all.
in the old rules, it used to be like specific things that had wounds and stuff like that.
Oh,
just
okay,
to,
so
like,
it's like a differentiation.
so you could actually siege properly.
Okay.
So I'd like to see more fleshed out siege rules.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see some plastic models introduced. I'd like to see the return of Dunland.
Yeah, I'm
see
still...
AMB
Just gonna
Yeah.
say...
AM
Plastic AM, yeah.
AM is almost definite to get a plastic kit.
He has to be. He's such a key part of
Yeah.
the trilogy.
And that metal model that's available is...
Yeah, it's kind of old now.
Yeah, I'd love to see one modelled off the knight.
Mm.
You know, with that kind of get up, the armored horse.
The Remark or Marshall and the Remark,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. What do you think will get a Forge World character?
I mean, it could be him. It could be Shaku.
I reckon AMO will be plastic, just because like everyone needs him, kind of thing. A lot of like the side characters tend to be Forge World.
Do you reckon they'll update the box? Like a new starter box
That would be cool.
with Urukai and Rohan?
Oh.
Maybe
Probably not. They just did
probably
Rohan.
not.
Only. The other one's got lots of Rohan.
I mean, what you could do is you could have.
Do you know what you could do with elves in Rohan? And Uruk?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say you could do Rohan with Gandalf the White against Isengard with Saruman the White on horse as like the relief.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There'll be some cool things. I hope there's an Ent
I was
legendary.
going to say, plastic Ent,
Yeah.
plastic Treebeard with...
More plastic Ents.
that would actually be the plastic one, and Aemir would be the Forge one, actually.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon a plastic kit set Ent that could make Treebeard, or Treebeard with hobbits, or a generic Ent.
See, I would go the
Hobbits
other
on
way.
foot.
I reckon there will be a Forge World Treebeard in like insane detail and cost a fortune. Like if you look at like Guahir kind of thing.
Maybe.
Like the
Tiny Guahir.
Tiny Guahir.
Little baby eagle.
Little baby eagle. Buckin, Witch King causes enemies to get minus on their courage, meaning more chance to fail those courage tests. Yeah, don't forget Harbinger of Evil. It's very important.
You mean fail their charges?
Go for a noise.
I don't know what you mean.
Sold the shirt.
Huh? Ah, I wonder if that's right.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of new heroes
My
coming out.
girlfriend is sending me Snapchat.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, don't look.
Scandalous. Yeah, it'll be a lot of. It's a nice photo. Look how red you are.
No, I'm so red right now.
What happened?
It's coffee.
Oh, sorry.
Makes my blood go, what?
What? Coffee make me what?
Coffee make me go, what?
3 hunters mounted, seeing as the new focus is mostly mounted heroes. Oh my god. If they do a plastic Legolas with Gimli passenger and you can use it in game.
With the dismounts?
With the dismounts.
That's enough plastic Gimlis and Legolases.
That would be phenomenal. Yeah, give me a plastic Legolas and Gimli.
Do you not have them?
No, I have one.
You've got the 3 hunters.
Yeah, but I want one on horse.
No, yeah, mounted Legolas.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I want a Forge World Legolas riding down a staircase on a shield.
Ooh. You know what they could do? You know how like they've done like the scenes?
Yeah.
That would be quite cool with, you know, like the steps and there's like orc, body, Legolas sailing down.
Sailing down.
That would make an awesome diorama set. I think.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah. Mounted 300 would be good. Oh, this is an amazing. There's such a wish list for Rohan.
For Rohan.
Yeah. Shaku, we talked about that as well.
Shaku, I definitely
Plastic
would.
Shaku. I would imagine he'll just go back to like a fine cast release though.
I think so too.
He
Which
doesn't
means I don't
seem
have to finish
sell out
building.
enough.
Don't have to finish building my weird tall Shaku.
Yeah, I reckon we can probably just abandon that boy.
Torku. Neat.
But yeah, I mean, Aemir I will snatch up in a heartbeat to add to my list of unpainted Rohan heroes that I now have. I have all of them.
Yes. Have you got Hama?
You've still got my elf helm.
I've got your elf helm, yes.
If I buy 2 Aemirs, can you pay 1?
I'm just gonna do all of those Rohan heroes in like a squad, and just treat them like a unit of riders, you know, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, add it to the growing list of things that I need and want to paint. Actually, you know what? I might bring those back onto the painting table. They wouldn't take long.
No, you'll get them done pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you've got all the dismounts you'll ever need anyway.
I need to clean up the what's his name? Dale one?
Day one.
The Forge World one?
Yep.
I
really
tried to glue him,
Cool hero.
but I didn't realise that you need like clean resin if you want to glue.
Oh,
Have you washed it as
Chunky
well?
Shield
That's
Boy.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chunky Shield Boy.
Chunky shield. Yeah. You should have just heroic defense and that's it.
Yeah, I reckon he should have like impenetrable shield wall.
Impenetrable shield of doom.
He should be able to shield wall, man.
What about you guys? What do you reckon will come out for Rohan at War? What are your wish lists? I don't think we'll see things like horns or anything like that. You know, like
What?
the lesser trees, the ones that the Ents shepherd. I don't think we'll see
They're not
that.
they're not really like film. You know,
Mm.
and they tend to prioritize film over.
I mean, they're in the extended, but like,
Did they get named?
no. Are you guys gonna get the Rohan House kit and the Tower and Palisade Wall for the channel? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we've got a budget for Rohan houses.
Yep. Thanks to lovely patrons like yourself, James. We get to put aside some money for these kind of things, and that's
That's one of them.
that's one of the things that we've been eyeballing. Like, we've pretty much got everything we need for the Shire now. I just need to pick up some more vegetation and some trees.
Trees will be good on everything we do.
Yeah. But Rohan, I'm really looking forward to building a board for. Because we can make some, like, those jaggedy rocks really easy out of bark and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And scatter terrains. And, like, Rohan boards don't need trees. So that's useful.
Depends what part of Rohan.
I guess
the Rohan board that you've got is quite like floral. Like it's got quite a bit of like greenery on it.
Yeah, it's pretty green.
It's kind of like an interesting part of Rohan. It's not like your classic like
lighter grey. It looks lighter on the website. That's all I'm saying.
No, it looks great. It's gonna look awesome. It looks kind of like Eiseny, you know, like
yeah, I guess it does look Eiseny,
which is also great.
It's versatile.
Rohan is a large dominion.
Buckin, random question: how many clansmen of Lamadon do you have? Easy, 0. I have started collecting for Gondor of War, but need like 24, which is scary. Yeah, that Gondor at War book has some really weird requirements for models. Like, I know there's some Corsair ones that need like, it was like 15 or 16 like Arbalesters or something like that. Like,
12. I mean Reavers, but
yeah, it's like. There was a period of Games Workshop, especially in the Hobbit era, when they just went mental with how much you needed for scenarios. It was like, you need 6,000 survivors of Lake Town versus Smaug, and it's like, no one is ever gonna buy that. Like, that's just too much. So
that's kind of what put like a massive downer on us doing that campaign, Liam. It's just like the requirements to like just get it off the ground.
Yeah.
It was just so hard.
Fucking new Uruk heroes. I think it'll be Maggoty Bread Uruk. Isn't that Ugluk?
No, Ugluk is leading it now.
Oh, so yeah, Maggoty Bread. What's he gonna be called? Bread Nuts.
Magluck.
Magluck. Bread Bag.
Magluck Bread Bag.
Magluck Bread Bag. That sounds like a D&D character more than anything. Why can't we have some meat orc? We'll get Forge World models. That's Snaga. That's my boy.
Why can't we have some meat?
That's Jed. Sweet Jed. And the Uruk who leads the army to Helm's Deep will probably be Forge World. Yeah, that's the one I want. I want that. I want Sloane to have that one.
My boy. I would love, like a proper armoured Uruk-hai hero like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't think of that before, but yes. Something to like lead my like warriors that isn't looks.
Like thematic. And looks cool.
Like it doesn't make any sense that like Uluk and Vrosku. I mean, Vrosku's fucking dead at that point.
Yeah. They all are. They're all dead. Vrosku, Ugluk, Lurtz, they're all dead.
True, yeah, they are.
Malher, I guess. Well, I think Malher was on the Westfold.
No, Malher in the story comes to assist Ugluk right before the Rohirrim show up.
Before he gets killed.
Yeah, he shows up.
Nice.
As meet them halfway, stays the night, gets butchered.
Cool. And that's the story of Malher.
Yeah.
MJT.
But he was really speedy when he did it. He caught up.
He's super fast boy. MJT 88. Please, Uruk boosts. There will be some amazing things I think coming for Uruk-hai.
Yeah. I mean, they're a massive seller.
That's such a cool army. Like one of the coolest armies.
God.
James will also warn Rohan, not just the Two Towers, so I'm assuming it'll be like Scarring, where it goes from historic Rohan up into the War of the Ring. Yeah, I imagine we'll see Eowl make an appearance.
Eowl, yeah. There'll be, Theodred and Vrosku.
Maybe Theodred would get a Forge World, I reckon.
It's true, it could be.
And what do we think about...
No one likes him.
Helm Hammerhand?
Helm Hammerhand.
Oh, imagine that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, do you know what though? I reckon.
Just like a big, burly, topless dude.
Yeah.
Running around punching people.
To make like a foot Rohan list.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Grimbold come back.
Yeah,
he'll just come back to the store. I reckon.
He'll come back to the store. What do I reckon for a mounted option for Grimbold?
He doesn't have a horse in his profile, does
yes.
No.
What?
I said yes. He might get one in future. Like, I mean, if you think about it, he leads the charge down the left flank at Pelennor.
He's in the Return of the King. He gets called out.
Grimbold,
take your men down the bloody...
option in his profile.
No. Yeah. No, but when they print campaign books, they
change those things.
They do change profiles.
We will see the old Helmingus command come back, which is really cool.
Yeah, I almost bought one off the trade page before.
They're so cool. I love
that.
The Helmingus
command.
So when Grimbold was released, they released a command pack with him for like the strength 4 Rohan guys, and they're wearing the same like scale mail armor, like the full scale mail.
Okay.
Which looks real cool. Tartak, thanks for joining the chat. The real deal would be plastic Royal Guards. It's been a while since there's been a plastic kit for troops.
That's true.
That's true.
I doubt it'd be Royal Guard.
Yeah, I can't see it being Royal Guard. I mean, that would be awesome. That looks really pretty.
Does it?
But
I look like Gandalf and I'm about to pull something out of the pensieve.
Gandalf and the Pensieve?
Dumbledore. I got a lot of the rings on the brain.
I wonder why. New plastic troops would be cool.
Royal Guard might be. I could be completely wrong. There's only, 2 sculpts? Spear up, spear down?
Yeah.
No, it's 3 foot guys and they come with replaceable arms.
Yeah, the foot
Oh,
guys.
foot guys, sorry.
But there's 2 mounted.
Yes, 2 mounted.
So, I mean, they'd have to like completely redesign to make a sprue.
Foot wildmen of Dunland. Just
true.
plastic
There
wildmen
are
of Dunland.
6 of them. You could.
Buck and Duck, made to order stuff, probably Feral Uryx. Yeah, Feral Uryx are beautiful models, terrible profile. I have a whole bunch of them, and then sold a whole bunch of them. And hopefully old Uryx Shaman, which I think looks better than the current. Oh, you're talking about the Nakey boy with the skull. He's pretty cool. I actually really like my Uryx Shaman.
He was neat.
I don't know if this is going to
Oh,
show
that
up.
would be cool as well. The Scout with banner.
Scout with banner Malho's command.
Yeah, they should bring back Malho's command.
I don't know if this is showing up on screen yet, so I'm just going to have to wait until...
Put the drummer, the Malho,
Eventually
the
comes up.
banner, and the captain. The captain with 2-handed.
Oh, yeah.
All in a kit.
They cancelled that mold because it just kept fucking out. Like, it kept spilling metal.
They could do it better now.
I reckon so.
That'd be good.
What else have we got? Royal Guards could get Forge World models like Knights of Dolan Roth. That's a good point.
Say that again.
Well, you know how like the Knights of Dolan Roth are now a Forge World thing? With the pack of 5 with the really cool ones?
The foot ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
They could do that with Royal Rohan.
They could. The mounted knights are still metal, right?
No, plastic.
Are they?
Mounted Knights. You're talking about the Knights of Dolemroth. You're talking about the Royal Guard. Or are you
I'm talking about the knights. Are they plastic? I've never held any in my own hands, so I can't actually say whether I know or not.
Okay,
yeah,
well now
yeah.
I'm looking at the playback on that stream. That shaman is not showing up at all. Sorry guys.
Blob.
It's just a
blob.
Yeah, it's just a blob that I'm proud of. Packs of mounted Royal Guards would be cool. Agreed. James Carver Grimbold's model has more of a normal warrior appearance armor-wise, whereas in the movie he's shown as a Royal Guard.
Yeah, I think that Grimbold model that we see in the book is a pretty old sculpt. We never see
I kinda
Grimbold.
like him.
We
Was
never
that
see
sculpt-
Grimbold on foot, so we don't know.
Was that
what he
Grimbold
was.
Scott released before Return of the King?
It may have been.
Because it was probably all based on like
Totally.
the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of
The
them.
Fords of Eisen sort of.
Yeah, like the old Thranduil and Radagast,
Yeah.
before they ever got imagined into film.
Or what's his name? Who was Bolg and then suddenly wasn't Bolg. So
Keeper of the Dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, I can imagine them doing a repackage of foot and mounted Royal Guard. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe Forge World will take that over. I would love it.
I've been forking out a ton for Metal Royal Guard at the moment.
I mean, having metals will infinitely be forever valuable.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
They're always really useful.
They're still beautiful too.
Exactly.
Like, very lovely.
And Lockie did that cool video on like converting
them up,
Royal
yeah.
Guard to make them a little bit more unique. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're very excited. We've got Lockie joining us next week. He's coming to Wellington with his mate for the finals, which will be really cool. We're going to do some collaborations with him and shoot some stuff with him, which will be really fun. It'll be nice to have him over. Finally, my Australian son has arrived.
Yeah, no, we lost all our hair and he kept it.
He kept it. Well, I told him if I finish higher than him at finals, I'm going to shave his head.
What are you running?
Wraiths. I'm not going to finish higher than him.
No,
He's running Legendary Legion.
it's not too late to use scouts.
Yeah.
You do love playing scouts.
I do love playing Scouts.
Um,
You got much left to paint? Or you
no,
done?
I just put on my last coats of washes, so I think I'm probably ready to tap out in terms of painting. So
Yeah, cool. Alright guys,
That's
we
what
might
we are.
just hang around for a few more minutes, so if you guys have anything you want to chat about, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go, because it's like 10 o'clock I think.
10:14.
10:14.
There you go.
Time for sleep.
It is pretty snoozy time. I only got 4 hours last night. I had a really long day at work.
I'm still recovering from jet lag,
Shit, that takes a while.
so kind of crashing hard. Otherwise, Liam, you finish your orcs?
I did. I need to base them.
Did you get a list?
but they're painted. Yes, I'm essentially now choosing between Gulliver or a shade and 2 barrel whites.
Gulliver. Tough choice. Gulliver.
What about the Witch King and the Tainted are ready for magical shenanigans? So
Doesn't
probably
matter.
Gulliver.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
just
so
say
Gulliver.
Rule of
Smash
cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I would love to take Balrog and a bunch of dwellers. Like, I would feel like the rudest bastard.
If you get, you can get 6 of them for
You
a
can,
hundred.
at
Yeah.
an 800 point, you can get
So
six
him and 6
Balrog.
dwellers
Actually, hang on.
because it's 75 points each.
75 each, so 150, 300,
G'day, Nathan.
600, 900.
Look at Nathan.
900 points worth of them. Or you can take 6 and
Balrog.
no, this is with the Balrog.
Oh shit.
600 points worth of dwellers gets you, what's it, 4 dwellers. Oh man, my maths is completely off. I'm so
It's
tired.
too late. Yeah.
Nathan's here.
Nathan's here. Hey Nathan.
Don't turn into pumpkins.
Well,
I mean, I'm already like bright red. I'm
You're
more of a
more of a
tomato.
beetroot.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
beetroot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
what am I? I'm like a parsnip.
You're like a beautiful yam.
Tom Yamson.
So tired.
Nice. Alright guys, we might leave it there because
Nathan, you just tuned in as we're like winding down.
I just called myself Tom Yamson, so I think that's probably time to finish it for the night.
This has been my work for the night. I did this times like 30.
Yeah, I got a really rough base coat on this, so now it looks like Barbie's haunted mansion.
Scenery is a nice mindless thing to do during a
Yeah,
stream.
very much
I
so.
think I'm gonna keep up this tradition.
I think so as well. It's a good way to do it. Oh my god, that fits on that box perfectly.
So scenery's normally quite boring in comparison to Darty Heroes,
Yeah,
but like
it's fine when you're bouncing.
Totally, when you
Sometimes.
just when you just vibing off each other.
Did that. Did a whole bunch of hobbit holes and
Yeah.
started texturing this kind of thing.
Yep. So he's ready to prime, basically, isn't he?
He's ready to go, yeah. And then he'll catch up with these boys.
Yeah. 5 hobbit holes down.
And we're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
You should give me those hobbits.
Yes, I'll give them to you.
For the campaign. I'll take them with me and get them primed up this weekend.
I've sealed their bases as well
Good.
for you, so they're all good to go.
Good. I don't know how I'm gonna base them. I was gonna use that bright green flock I've got.
Yeah, we'll just keep you informed. Whatever you use. Just use it on whatever. I'm just using those two. And probably your green one as well. We'll figure it
I'll
out.
bring my green one next weekend.
We'll do it all at
And
once.
I'll give you a little so you can
Sample pack.
a little sample pack so you put on your bases.
Nice. Alright guys, we're gonna head off. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks for everybody's support ongoing and through the fire and the flames, and my heart will go on. I was trying to create a sentence out of song titles.
I would also like to point out my butt is quite sore as I've been sitting on like apple crates.
I forgot about the credits.
Because I only have like 2 chairs in my house.
So next time we get a Patreon donation, we're getting Tom a chair.
No, we're getting Tom butt implants so he can sit down on anything.
That's true. Ambulance at the top of the hill.
Yeah. But thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Yes.
To everyone that's kind of the patrons that are in the chat, thank you so much, guys. It really means the world to us. If you want to join up, it's www.patreon.com/failchargegames.
Yep.
Most of our things like that. If you want a rad t-shirt, go to Digitees, check us out. You can look as cool as us.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Big Wars communications with the registration pack.
Yes.
Don't forget to sign up for Secret Santa if you're interested in gifting the gift of a gift.
Yes.
To a reciprocant of a gift.
And get a gift yourself.
And then you might get a gift yourself. No, you will get a gift yourself if you. I'll make sure of that. I'll personally see to it that you get either a gift, or B, a whole lot of Tom's hair. So.
I was gonna go get that, wasn't I? I'll do it another time. Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Cool. Thanks, Tim.
Love
Thanks,
you all.
Liam.
Bye. Thanks, Liam.
Thanks for tuning in
Bye, guys.
from the room.
From the room with us.
What a sign off. Creepy.
My door is randomly moving.
Hello.
Is it Gimli?
It is. There's a little putty tat down the bottom. Hello. celebrity now.
Gimli's come to say hi.
Boys.
Gimli, you're internet famous.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Have a good night.
Ciao. Oh, that was shit.
God damn it!